Oh shit, where's my phone? I gotta load stream up so I can
So you're gonna get the channel puts, yeah.
Oh, that picture's great. Just Jen sleeping.
I'm here. No. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hello, everyone. My name is Centaur, and Aspire, and I am here proudly to announce that we are live with the new campaign of our of Shadow of the Dragon Queen, Session 0 of Hardcore D&D. Yippee! That's the idea. Just before we begin, explaining the setting and the rules of the campaign, not in that order, we will need to just do a quick introduction of everyone who is here, just really quickly. Introduce yourselves with your name, your preferred pronouns, and if you wish to plug anything, please do so. Let's start off the cuff with Jason.
I was completely unprepared, Jen. Hi, I'm Jason, known around the interwebs as Graphical Ronin. I do like character art, graphic design, like character sheets, stream overlays, stuff of that nature. I don't know who I'm going to be playing yet. I will be this Friday, if you want to look for me, Friday evening, Eastern Standard Time. I'll be in the third part of a Magnus Archives mini-series where I play a dude with an offensive Scottish accent who has no idea who the fuck he is. Are we ping-ponging? Oh, go for it.
I was saying we'll let Steph, the person who's actually
I'll be judging
of whether it's offensive or not.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not as offensive as my Irish accent, but it's pretty offensive. Otherwise I just have vaguely Southern, vaguely Western, and vaguely Canadian. Those are my only accents.
So you're hitting all
of vaguely everywhere.
Scottish and Ireland, then they can both be judged. Steph's Scottish, I'm Irish.
Everywhere the Brits touched, I have an offensive version of their accent.
So all over, understood.
Yeah.
As is his right as an American.
Dear God. Speaking of the individuals from different parts of the world, Silver, introduce yourself if you could.
Hi, I'm trying to be a little bit non-offensive finish over here, but I'm Silver. I do art here sometimes. I'm also participating in Art Fight this year, so if you would really like some free art from me, please attack me, because I will revenge. Jen said that he would be doing character art for this, and I said, absolutely fucking not, you will not take my one job from me. Yeah, I'm excited to see what will come of this.
Indeed. Do you have anything you wish to plug?
I mean, I guess people can follow me. I try to post more on Blue Sky. It's just Silverkitten, bluesky.com. I sometimes post on Instagram too, but it's more of my cosplay content, but that's also just at Silverkitten. And also I do commissions, so yeah.
Hell yeah. Down the line we go. Malachi, introduce yourself if you could.
What line are you following?
What?
No,
what line are you following? I'm like,
it's like very own.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, where's this list? I'm looking at the Discord, and it's like, this is not the.
Another channel I might call it popcorn.
That's not it. I'm looking at the stream. That's not it. It's just Jen's very own tier list.
My line is in my mind's eye. Don't
when we find out he has a very serious lazy eye.
My source is that I made it the fuck up, Centaur. Could you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Malachi. I played in the Saturday game. Aside from that, I'm not really all that notable on the internet, as I don't really go out of my way to, really put my personal info out there.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, and also me and Jason play on Fridays in here as well. Yippee.
Oh yes. Yep.
Completely forgot about that.
Yippee.
Yes, indeed.
Second modern gen campaign. This is my. I'm not. Where does this fit in the Geniverse? I'm not sure.
Third,
Connected.
third big campaign.
Yeah, what generation is this, Jen?
Are they still in the same universe?
I'll keep that to myself for later. But I can say that the events of Shadow of the Dragon Queen for Dragonlance is canon to our games on Saturday and Friday.
I had a feeling. I did a little bit of light reading to just get the gist of the setting. And I was like, huh. That's a little familiar.
Yes, indeed. In fact, those of you who have played on both Friday and Saturday will find some very familiar enemies found within this adventure. Not all of them, mind you, because for some reason, Shadow of the Dragon Queen is extremely diverse with its enemy cast. For some bizarre reason that I cannot fathom.
200 plus novels is the reason.
I mean, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, it was,
Speaking-
it was one of the default settings for the very early versions of D&D, so it's got a lot of legacy.
Oh, absolutely. And we will explore it. But let's continue with introductions. Steph, would you mind introducing yourself?
Hello, I'm Steph. My pronouns are they, them. As somebody mentioned, I'm Scottish, but you can't really tell right now. Don't worry, we'll get to that. I'm not really known on the internet either, unless you played competitive Magic in a very specific window of time, and then I stopped playing Magic, so you shouldn't. So you'll only ever hear about me be outside of this if I make it really big in competitive Pokemon. So watch this space.
Yeah!
Other than that, I know Jen sort of IRL through a different game that is not streamed. But yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy.
Indeed. And last cool cucumber is Darkmouse. Darkmouse, would you mind introducing yourself?
Hello, it is me, Darkmouse. I am also not present on the internet, although if you watch really small D&D campaigns, you might have seen Shattered Realm of Decipher, which I am the DM of, but I won't go into detail on that. Yeah.
Nice. I would say I was about to say it louder for the people in the back, but if you don't want to go into detail about it, that is just fine.
Well, it's not ongoing anymore. I stopped it because I could not keep up with all the work. Because this is mental health stuff. I am not going to go in detail.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, time to get into the meat and potatoes of this adventure, everybody. Which is, first things first. We will talk about the rules that we will be using for this campaign. Then we will talk about a little bit about the setting, just a tad. We will leave that for later, the bulk of it, but just enough to give you an idea of what to expect. And then we will go through character creation. So I'm about to yap for a solid minute, if you will indulge me.
Mr. Yapperton.
First things first. We will, as chosen by the party's majority, we will be using the 2024 Dungeons & Dragons edition rules, published in the Player's Handbook for 2024, as well as a lot of monsters will be updated with the 2025 standard of D&D. There are some additional rules that you need to keep in mind when playing in this campaign and making your characters. The rules are as follows for the hardcore setting. You will roll for your species, and if there is a lineage with those species, you will roll for that as well. All of your species will be of the 2024 variety or using 2024 updated material, if possible. You will roll for your ability scores after your species is chosen, 3d6 in order, meaning you start with strength, then dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Once you have your stats in order, you will lastly roll for your background, which can be from a variety of ones, including the special backgrounds offered from the Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen adventure. Lastly, you will select your class, which is not a roll. This is something you will decide once your character has rolled for everything, or when selecting your class, you can choose to go through the whole process again one time. Once you have gone through the process the second time, you keep the character that you roll. If you're not happy with your first draft. For your first level, you don't roll for hit points. You keep the maximum for first level, but you will roll them after that and need to keep track of it in your character sheet somewhere. The best way to do that is to simply write down what hit points you have at you would gain with a level up, and then add them in a line consecutively to keep track of how many hit points you have gained over the course of this adventure. Why is this important? Because we will be using fate points in a different way than we do for Friday and Saturday. Players get 1 fate point when their character levels up, starting at 2nd level. Fate points can only be spent at the beginning of a level up. If the character dies, the player loses all unspent fate points, so use them when you can. Using a fate point, you can re-roll a single ability score of your choice, taking the new result. You can re-roll a previously rolled hit dice and take the new roll, even if it would result in a loss of HP. You can also use fate points, which I haven't mentioned in the little message I sent, to remove injuries, if you have any. Like 1 injury you can remove with 1 fate point. So what are injuries? You can injuries are accumulated when a character drops to 0 hit points, and they range from minor scars to major permanent damage, or can even be instant death. Some injuries cannot be healed by magic, or require magic that the player may not have access to at any given point in the campaign. The best way to treat injuries is with fate points at low level, if they are extremely dangerous. But should your character suffer too many injuries, it is likely that they are going to die simply by merit of, well, you need to drop to 0 hit points multiple times for it to happen in the first place. Should you remove an injury with a fate point or by magic, all that will be left behind is a sign of the injury's existence as a reminder for your character's experience, but not more than that. Lastly, there are a couple of rules that we need to keep in mind when playing. The flanking rule system is not implemented in this campaign because it is an optional variant rule, meaning that you will not benefit from flanking. If you wish to have your advantage on attack rolls in some capacity or other, you're going to have to find a different way to do so.
We all just pray we roll Kobold.
One last thing in terms of campaign-specific things, I left the worst for last. So you know how in Dungeons & Dragons there is a variant system that every DM uses to keep track of their players' progress and progression, known as the milestone system.
Oh yeah, XP. Sorry.
We will be using experience points for your level up.
Well, this will be new for me.
Yes!
I'm excited to count numbers.
Like 80 goats!
So the way that experience points are counted are as follows. You gain experience points at the end of a session, or in between, depending on whether or not we can give experience points at the end of the session immediately or not. And you gain experience points by defeating foes, by helping people in the world, by traveling to unique locations, or by performing extraordinary stunts. The amount of experience points you gain beyond defeating foes depends on your level. And there are locations in the world that will reward you more experience points for reaching than other locations. As well as, there are NPCs that if you help out, will give you more experience points than NPCs of a different importance to the story. This campaign is set at a specific level that the players can maximize and reach up to. You could break that threshold if you get a lot of experience points. You could also be below the threshold that the campaign expects you to be at, should you fuck up and get less experience points by rushing through the campaign. So, on one hand, you have to balance your survival with your ability to grow in power, which is up to you as a party to see how you will balance that out. The more danger your party is in, the more likely it is that the character may die. Should the character die, the best way is to move forward and make a new character to join the party, because we will now go into the setting of Krynn a little bit and explain one of the major themes of this adventure. The gods are gone, and the people of Krynn have to face a new terrible threat without any outside assistance. This means that clerics and people who can use divine magic are extremely rare, and literal miracle workers are basically not a thing on Krynn anymore. Long ago, a huge calamity shaked the world and wiped out most of the mortal people, and everyone had to rebuild. That was what the gods left. Today, those who even practice magic, if they are not members of an arcane society known as the members of known as the Wizards of High Sorcery, anyone who practices magic beyond them is technically doing so illegally. And if you are a very powerful spellcaster, not a member of the Wizards of High Sorcery, they will hunt you down and track you down. So what does this matter for you? If you choose to play a character who can use healing magic, you are far more likely to draw the attention of the people around you than if you did not. Similarly, spellcasters are also fairly rare on Krynn, and do not flex their magic as much as in other campaign settings, because if they do, again, you attract attention. Most commonly, people do not use magic often, and the reason for that also is Krynn is not a magic-heavy setting. Not just in the terms of magic and spellcraft, but also in magical items. Magical items are very unique, and usually have a tie to pre-existing characters in the setting, in the world, and any magical item you will find is probably named, and will have a story to tell. Granted, this does not increase too much the prices of magical items, but don't expect you will be able to buy magical items from settlements, either. Those are the biggest points I can give, because anything else we will go on about can be done after character creation in regards to the setting and how to build your character to fit it. So, is that all comprehensive so far?
Yep.
Yes, I do have one question.
Sure.
Yeah, fire it away.
Dragonlance does have unique races, from what I
Yes.
have clued into. Will we be using those?
Yes. I was going to keep that until we rolled for races for the first player. Yes. So normally, with the 5th edition release of Dragonlance, they had 5 races that you could play as. I thought that was dumb. So I implemented a few that would exist in canon, normally, like goblins and hobgoblins and lizardfolk and centaurs. We also have added in a few that are not officially published, which include the Kiri, which are harpy people, essentially, the Thanoi, who are walrus people, and the Ursoi, who are bear people.
Oh, I want a bear person so bad.
Now,
Oh my God, yes!
Now, those are not as common to find on Krynn as the others, and that is represented by them being harder to roll on the table that you will be rolling your species at. So once you...
What's the dice we roll for it?
You will be rolling a d20 for species, and a d100 for background.
Crazy.
Cool. I had another question.
Yes.
Given that we're using the XP system for leveling up, can player characters become desynchronously leveled, or are we all locked into each other's levels?
So you are all advancing as a party. The collective experience points that everyone gets is going to be tracked as one number. You are not going to be asynchronously leveling up. That would cringe.
So you learn
Okay.
from industry.
What if I...
Good to know.
What if I
question,
chose Rogue and I killed all the other party members in their sleep? Not saying that I would I get their XP?
You would, and then you would be kicked out of the campaign for killing your fellow party members, and then I would find someone else.
Damn.
I
Yeah,
have
but
a
I
question
have
in that case.
I'm having serious first edition flashbacks here, Chad.
Well, we're in the setting for Kender, so you know.
All I'm saying is
Yeah.
XP changes a man, alright?
So if a character dies, the new character, does that start at the same level as everyone, or is that starting at level 1?
They will be starting at the same level as everyone else. They will not be at a lower level. You will be losing out on your fate points and your magical items that the party does not carry with them, or equipment that they don't carry with them.
Yeah, I thought this was a hardcore campaign, Jen.
Epic mode.
Oh, I smile.
Taunting the DM. Me? No.
Skiff
I'm
code
just
will
gonna
take
have a bunch of
over.
hirelings. I'm gonna send them down the hallway.
That would be wise. You probably will have chances to get allies in this adventure, and that's another thing that I would reveal later on. I might as well reveal now. You will get allies in this adventure. Allies don't get death saves. If they drop to 0 hit points, they straight up die.
What you're saying is
Skill issue.
Stixon is our best friend.
Pretty much.
Long pole should be in everyone's backpack.
Beyond that, if there are no more questions, we can begin with the process of rolling for characters.
Yay.
So the person who goes first will be decided by die rolls, because I think that is more fun. I will go through the process of like what we are shown on the YouTube on the line. So Steph, you will be 1-2. Silver, you will be 3-4. Malachi, you'll be 5-6. Jason, you will be 7-8. Darkmouse, you will be 9-10 on the D10. So
I'm the best.
Are we
I'm
doing
highest.
this? Are we doing it like all at once, or I would prefer if we all like rolled in steps. So like if we got the order and then
I thought
we
that's what we
rolled
were
like
doing.
races and then we all rolled stats and then is that what we're doing?
I was going to go one by one, but if you want to all do it in steps, we can all do it in steps.
Yeah, let's do it in steps.
I would
Yeah, I think
prefer,
that makes
I would
sense to
prefer
split
that.
it.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you mean like we all roll vase and then we go on to the next step?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be more fun to just find out, rather than have one person have their completed character and
finished
then
thing.
everyone else is
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
No worries. Then let us. Then the person who start or we will go down the line like every step. So the person who started us off on this D10 will be going first on the step, and then following the line from top to bottom until everyone has completed that step. Then we move on. So the first person who starts us off is number 4. Who is number 4?
Malachi.
Silver.
Wait, what?
that's some,
1-2 is
you were
Steph.
3-4.
3-4 is Silver.
Oh, right. Me.
So, Silver,
Yeah.
the first thing you will have to do is you will have, the first step, if I haven't mentioned it already, is you roll for your species. So, let me get my species table. The people of Krynn. Roll a d20, please. Let's see what you get.
20. 11.
11. You are the proud owner of... Human.
You finally made me
Really, yeah.
that bitch.
Come on, I'm gonna roll vanilla human fighter again.
Dog.
That's how this is gonna
If-
play, right?
I will be so sad if I get human or like elf or something, because it's like to me human is so boring and elves are just pointy-eared humans, and then dwarves are just short-bearded humans.
Well, if
So,
we're playing 2024, humans get like an inspiration every long rest, don't they?
indeed. So let me tell you the actual traits that the human gets from the 2024 rule set. So, as a human, you get the following. If Roll20 will fucking load! Okay, there we go. You get the following. You will gain resourceful. You gain heroic inspiration whenever you finish a long rest. What is that? That is a literal inspiration that you get at every long rest. And that's important because you don't get inspirations like in the Friday and Saturday game at the start of every session. You get inspirations in a different way that you will find out in game. You gain skillful, which grants you proficiency in one skill of your choice, and versatile, you gain an origin feat of your choice. Skilled is recommended, but you can choose any. Origin feats are essentially usually feats that you get from your background, so having another feat is just useful. Going down the line, beyond Silver the Human, Malachi, roll a d20.
I'm not gonna
Hey.
lie, I might want to re-roll this. I don't like playing humans.
Already?
Yeah!
I rolled a 9.
9. So, Malachi, let's see what you get on a 9. You!
Turns out the only thing on the table is human.
Malachi, I'm gonna need you to roll a d2. Flip a coin, please.
Oh, sub race time.
Oh wow!
Oh, I don't know if I
It
was-
literally does. I have to manually type this. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is not a flip a coin function in Roll20 for some reason. 2.
Wood elf.
You are the very proud owner of a gnome rock.
Oh no!
At least to start
Okay,
out for a
gnomes are
human.
even worse than dwarves. They're just
They're the rock.
annoying short humans.
Name the rock. Give it a pet name.
So what is a gnome? In 2024, a gnome
It's a little guy.
is your little guy. You get the following traits: you gain dark vision, you gain gnomish cunning, which is advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. And then you get the rock gnome lineage. It is a supernatural ability that you can choose to use either your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as your spellcasting feature, if it features a spell, which it does. You know the mending and prestidigitation cantrips. In addition, you can spend 10 minutes casting prestidigitation to create a tiny clockwork device with an armor class of 5 and 1 hit point, such as a toy, a fire starter, or a music box. And when you create the device, you can determine its function by choosing one effect from the prestidigitation list. The device produces that effect whenever you or another creature takes a bonus action to activate it with a touch. You get a toy. If the chosen effect has options with it, you choose one of those options for the device to create it. For example, if you choose the spells Ignite, Extinguish, you can determine whether the device ignites or extinguishes fire. The device doesn't do both. You can have 3 such devices in existence at any one time, and each falls apart after 8 hours after being created, or when you dismantle it as a utilize action with a touch.
Honestly, I'll take the fucking human over whatever the fuck that was.
Down the line we go. Hey, Jason, let's see what you get. Roll a d20.
Human.
14.
Oh, okay.
You get the following. You're a Kender.
Oh
yeah.
No,
Just a little-
I think I remember seeing something about
Everybody look after your wallet of gold.
Look,
So-
Oh yeah, these are the
I
kleptos.
am at heart a communist. Everything the party has belongs to me.
So, what?
No, this is all your shit. You're just leasing it to us.
Yeah, you're carrying it for me.
Kenders are the halflings of Dragonlance. You get the following traits. You are fearless. You have advantage on saving throws to avoid being frightened. And when you fail a saving throw to avoid or end the frightened condition on yourself, you can choose to succeed instead. Once you succeed on the saving throw this way, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. You also have Kender Aptitude, granting you proficiency in one skill of your choice between Insight, Investigation, Sleight of Hand, Stealth, or Survival. And Taunt, which, as a bonus action, you can unleash a string of provoking words at a creature within 60 feet of yourself that can hear and understand you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, or it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of your next turn. The DC being equals to 8 plus proficiency plus intelligence, wisdom, or charisma modifier. You choose when you select this race.
It's mostly just me graphically describing the opponent's mother having sex in the most nasty way possible.
You can use a taunt the number of times equal to your proficiency bonus every long rest.
Do you know
Congratulations.
that that's a racial feature?
Yeah, right.
Because the implication
It is
there means that
dramatic.
it's in an innate quality of all Kenders. That they're
Some
of the
really,
Kenders evolve.
really good at taunting people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept
Naturally
it
foul
like
mode.
bears in the primordial phase of our species.
Following that up, we
Not a
have.
true Kender till you finish your first Yo Mama joke.
Following that up, we have Darkmouse. Darkmouse, roll a d20. Let's see what you are.
Hello, buddy. That's me, Darkmouse.
18.
Okay.
You are the proud owner of your very own Hobgoblin.
Ooh.
Oh.
Mr. Beast.
Yes, kind sir, you're Mr. Beast. You gain. I will show this handout because I did not have the book that comes with the Hobgoblin update, but I have it here. So you have Dark Vision, You have Fey Ancestry, which grants you advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charm condition on yourself. You have a Fey Gift, which allows you to take the help action as a bonus action, and a number of times you get your proficiency bonus, regaining all expended uses on a long rest. At 3rd level, you get an additional benefit to your help action by choosing a trait from the options. So you can choose the any option whenever you take the help action with this trait as a bonus action. Hospitality, Passes, or Spite, we will go through that when you reach 3rd level. Fortune of the Many. If you miss an attack roll or fail an ability check or a saving throw, you can draw on your Bonds of Reciprocity to gain a bonus to the roll equal to your number of allies that you can see within 30 feet of you to a maximum bonus of +3. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, regaining all expended uses on a long rest. And you can also read and write common in one other language.
That's actually crazy. I can't wait for you to roll garbage martial stats in like 20 ends.
And, of course, Steph, you need to roll a d20 now.
Yeah.
Let's see what you get. 5.
Ooh, okay.
So, about humans with pointy ears, can you roll me a d4? You are a Sylvanesty High Elf.
Okay.
Okay, we got some money. We got some money in the blood.
So the elf in 2024 has the following traits. For those of you not familiar with elf, you get dark vision. Your high elven lineage grants you a unique bonus, which is where is the fucking high elf?
I get Prestidigitation at level 1, Detect Magic at level 3, and Misty Step at level 5.
Yep. You can choose Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma as your spellcasting ability for those traits. You get Fey Ancestry, advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charm condition on you. Keen Senses, which is proficiency in either Insight, Perception, or Survival. And Trance, which allows you to finish a long rest in 4 hours. And you don't need sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep.
Woo. Alright, I can work with that.
Server, I feel like we got shafted.
Can we re-roll and just take whatever the fuck is coming our way now?
If you wish to go through the table again right now, you can.
Yeah.
But I will warn you, whatever stats you roll for your character will be the stats you get.
I don't care. I just don't want to be human. But if I if I have to play human, then I'm fine with it. But like, if I get a chance, no.
Silver, it is. Tell you from experience in Jen's campaigns, it is very satisfying to play a human that hates his own culture.
So I know how to make a good character and how to play a human. I just don't want to. Okay.
You could play a human that thinks they're something else.
Yeah, but that's where I'm like, I don't care about my stats, man. I don't want to be a human.
It's the ultimate blank slate, so I think this is a testament to your creativity.
Or
this is the nice way of saying maybe wait till you see if you've got god stats or not.
I don't care.
Play that emotional vampire from What We Do in Shadows. He's just so bland, it just sucks the life out of everyone.
Silver, worst case scenario, we will go find you a werebear to bite you.
That's our quest. That's our entire season 1 quest.
You're going to be so disappointed when you find out lycanthropes were not canon at all in Dragonlance, and then for some reason they made them canon in the latest adventure, straight up out of thin air. So I guess they exist now. Yeah. All right. Time to, unless anyone wants to re-roll their species option right now, we can proceed to the ability scores.
I'm fucking doing it.
I have a question.
Already?
Yes.
All right.
16.
Silver. 16. 16 is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't care what stats I get. I can roll with whatever.
It's so not human. You got a Centaur.
Hey, I'll take that.
It's half human.
Yeah.
Which half is the horse? Is at the top?
I guess we'll find out.
What if my parents were centaurs and I got the human part?
Centaurs are extremely unique because I hate medium-sized creatures when they are like, the size of a horse. Centaurs, first of all, you're Fey. That's straight up just a 2024 thing. But your size is large, and your movement speed is 40 feet. You gain the charge feature, which allows you, when you move 30 feet towards a target and hit them with a melee weapon attack on the same turn, you can immediately follow that up as a bonus action with another attack with your hooves. You do have a problem in climbing things that require your hands because of your equine legs. So equine build grants you a penalty of extra difficult terrain when climbing a ladder, for instance. I don't know if this will be
going to be a problem for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So first and foremost, dibs on riding silver.
What the
No.
fuck? What the fuck?
I'm silver riding size.
Yeah, I'm a gnome.
Dang.
I'm the light. If I'm a gnome, I'm the lightest. It'll be super easy.
First of all, both of you, fuck you guys. I'm a lesbian, so no. Secondly, what kind of fucking sentence is that?
How much
Gang.
are anvils?
We're 50 minutes in, gang. We can't do this.
No, we're only like 30 minutes and it's fine. Anyways,
Hey, are we rolling for gender too?
No.
you want to, I
We
guess?
move hooves. You have hooves that allow you to deal a d6 plus your strength ability modifier bludgeoning damage instead of bludgeoning damage for a normal unarmed strike. Natural affinity allows you to choose a proficiency with either animal handling, medicine, nature, or survival. And then, of course, you have languages. Which languages do not matter except if you land on two specific species options, which is the bear person and the Kiri.
Exciting.
Alright,
But we didn't. Look.
You didn't, yeah,
I'm
unfortunately.
happy with this.
Alright, so then we proceed to rolling for stats, unless someone wants to change their opinion right now.
I will wait to see what my stats are, but I am very tempted to change.
Alright, the person to start us off with stats is the last in the order, courtesy of the dice, Darkmouse. So,
Hey, that's me.
That's you.
I will keep track of your stats. So, roll 3d6, please.
Isn't there a way to, like,
Hey!
hold stats?
We will do so in order like this because it is more dramatic. So
Yeah.
8 strength.
Okay.
Roll another 3d6. 8 strength, so you
No,
have
I
2
was-
strength.
I was only joking when I said rolling like garbage for.
13. Your dexterity is 13. Roll for Constitution. This one could be.
Oh no!
Drink it in.
Constitution. Let's
Okay,
see.
okay, we're still in this. If he rolls a high intelligence, Blade Singer Wizard is a thing.
Let's see your
Hey!
16 intelligence.
Okay.
Let's see your wisdom. How much your character is. Okay, well, 6. Grand.
Dark,
And lastly,
you don't
3d6
need
for
to
your
roll your
charisma.
own IRL stats.
Wow.
You know that, right?
11. So you're the proud owner of a fantastic
Proud's a
wizard.
strong word.
He could be a warlock too.
Yo,
I can use
he's
his
got-
now.
Half of his stats are over 10.
You are a small Victorian child afflicted with consumption.
He's a hobgoblin. He's a hyper-intelligent. He's a quick on his feet, hyper-intelligent hobgoblin.
Unbelievably sickly hobgoblin.
I left my people because have you tried having a conversation with them?
It's not. But he's also got a 6 wisdom. So he's like, so I left my people. But first, I insulted all of them, stole their belongings, and then told them where I was going. Just in case, you know?
Just in case, you know.
Yeah.
Well, later down the line, or right now, at the end of this step, you may choose to reroll. But those are your stats, Darkmouse, for the time being. Steph, you go
am going
next.
to wait.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 9 strength, starting
Oh,
off
boy.
strong, gang.
So
Dexterity.
strong. Okay.
11.
Okay.
All right.
Not a
So
negative. We
dexterous.
like that.
Okay.
Let's see your constitution. Let's see your
Oh,
constitution.
Okay.
You know what really
Here we
makes
go.
me about not spellcasting too much because it draws bad attention, we might not have a choice in this.
11 intelligence. 11 intelligence. Let's see your wisdom.
No.
Just give me
So bad.
perfectly average.
Yeah. I mean, you can swing this with charisma. Maybe you're the Rizzler. Let's see it. Rizzler no.
Oh.
God, you got kicked. The reason you're out in the world is because all the other high elves were like, we don't know him.
Oh, that's not an
Or,
elf.
like, we don't know that.
Oh no, Steph is a high elf. You're right. So Steph,
Yeah.
you have rolled a commoner.
Sure.
you got kicked out of high society.
I'm gonna be re-rolling these. Spoiler alert. Should I re-roll that now? Or should I wait?
Understood. Yeah, when you
Well, I
reroll,
think
you're
if
not
you
gonna be
choose
an
to
elf
reroll, we
anymore.
reroll the race too, right?
Yeah, it's a full reroll, so you're not gonna be an elf either.
I'm just
Okay,
stuck
when do you
with
want me to do that?
coming my way.
At the end of this step,
Okay.
we'll do it.
Cool.
So no, we're not.
We are going to need you to RP your first character going into the world and immediately getting slaughtered in some stupid way.
Okay.
They
Just laying
stop
down
it,
and dying.
it gets infected and they die.
Silver, please roll for your strengths for your character.
Okay.
11, starting off good, starting
Okay.
off decent. Let's see your
We're going to be the
dexterity.
11 squad.
Alright.
10.
It's looking
No
like
negatives
another
so far.
commoner.
Let's see your constitution. Let's see it.
Alright, come. Oh, fuck.
All right, 7.
Oh!
Yeah, you can see the horse. You can see the horse's ribs. It's a little emaciated.
Let's see your intelligence.
A little lame.
11. Well, this is going great. Let's see your wisdom now.
Uh-huh. Okay.
15.
Hey.
I think I'm
All
gonna
right.
do
Number.
it, hopefully.
Let's see your charisma.
Okay.
12.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, I
Not
think I'm
bad.
gonna be a druid. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, unfortunately, because you have reroll, those are your stats.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Understood.
I'm fine with this.
Understood. Hey, Druid, Ranger, Cleric.
Ranger.
You could be the Cleric of the party.
You could be
Malachi, it is your turn now. Do you still wish for the low rolls?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
Oh,
11
okay.
strength.
Hold on, is the gnome the strongest?
I've
far?
I've also rolled really.
I'm so okay. So the gnome is as strong as the centaur.
Let's see your dexterity. 9. Okay.
Okay, short legs. They don't do a lot.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Oh, no.
8 Constitution.
Okay.
we're all just very sick. We're very ill.
This gnome unfortunately caught whatever disease this strange hobgoblin had.
This part is a little emancipated in 12
Okay.
intelligence. 12 intelligence. Let's see your wisdom. 9. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. And let's see your charisma. Oh boy. Well, you've made a commoner.
Yeah, this gnome died in a three-way street brawl with a human and a high elf.
I guess you're re-rolling then as well. Very well. We'll keep that in mind for the end of the step. Jason, you are the last one.
I just want you guys to understand that the worse my rolls are, the more insufferable this little bastard's going to be.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh god. Let's see it.
What
Oh,
the fuck?
17!
I am fucking yoked.
That's just
I'm sorry,
insulting.
but the Kender is like, yo, dog, give me my shit back. That doesn't belong to you. Like grabs their arm, like breaks their bone. Just like, what was that? What was that about my
Alright.
stuff?
17
Well, it is-
strength.
Someone tries
Oh.
to take your shit, and I take exception to it because it's really my shit. So you're stealing from me.
Okay, come on, please.
Let's see your
please, God, roll this.
dexterity. Let's see your dexterity.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Average.
10. Average.
So
Let's see your
far,
constitution.
Okay, you don't need to be
Barbarian.
stealthy when everyone's afraid of you.
9. We're all
9.
sickly. We've all got the consumption.
You've all caught some weird illness from
Guys,
me.
I'm starting to really think that maybe we shouldn't have eaten this hobgoblin stew.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Good.
Everyone-
I know how to cook. You just put this nightshade in here. You put in these
Oh god!
rowan berries.
Friendly
Yeah,
reminder
yeah,
of
we
major
also
donations.
food to a stranger. Everyone else in the party shakes their head no behind his back.
9 Constitution,
12?
12 Intelligence, clever
Okay.
fighter. Let's see your wisdom. 13
Okay.
Wisdom. You're also wise and strong. Promising for a cleric.
Honestly?
My
Paladin?
charisma's low, though. I'm not going to be bringing anyone to the faith.
Oh yeah, maybe not paladin.
So Kender, for the record, any character who wishes to take things from people without being detected, they need dexterity. So your character doesn't take things by being sneaky, they just grab it, and if anyone is like meek enough, they can't stop them.
Go ahead. Take it from me.
Yeah, you don't even pull. You don't even try to pull it away from their body. You just grab onto their necklace, and when they try to walk away, your arm just doesn't move. And so they have a choice to make in that moment.
Well,
Your
here we have
bones
the
are made out of immovable rods.
Here we have the Brock Sanson Kender, if you wish to keep him. Now, end of this step, because everyone has rolled. Who wants to re-roll again? Say aye.
Me.
Yep,
I'm gonna wait to see
I'm
what
happy
else
with
I
old
get.
Kenny.
understood. We'll go from the top of the list and go down. Steph, you starting at species. Please roll a d20.
Roll 20 really
Eight.
said Jason only gets to play fighters. And that's what you're gonna be happy.
So I have some
I
unfortunate
do
news
enjoy
for
them.
you.
Yeah.
Unfortunate why?
Can you roll a d2?
Oh. I'm a gnome again! That's D20, not sorry.
D20. We can take that if you want to be a rock gnome, yeah.
I would
Oh, no. You are a forest gnome.
Okay.
You're a gnome. And because we're still now on step 2, please, now we're gonna roll for the stats for your gnome.
Let's go.
Okay, strong start, 7 strength. 13
Okay.
dexterity.
Okay.
Alright, let's see your
Usable. That's
constitution.
usable. Come on,
Constitution.
give me a number.
You actually top up blood.
Okay.
Oh,
This is either a godlike wizard or a rogue that cannot be spotted, or he dies.
Perfect. It's not a
Incredible.
wizard.
Okay.
8 intelligence. Wisdom.
Give me. All right.
Well,
We're
wisdom.
druids.
Well, with a 3 in constitution, 7 in strength, 13 in dexterity, 3 in constitution, 8 in intelligence, wisdom of 12, and charisma of 8. Your character has a penalty of -4 on their constitution.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so the question, Jen, how tall is the how tall is this cavern?
So, depending on the class you do choose, I will say, you do start with maximum hit points. I don't think there's any class that kills you outright, thankfully. You will have 2 hit points if you choose Sorcerer or Wizard. Now, I will say this. When you start with a character with a -4 penalty to your score, I will give you a +1 to choose on your stats to apply, if you wish.
No, don't give me it.
Understood. Fair
We're not
enough.
here for that, Jen.
Hardcore
If
for a
you-
reason.
Yeah.
If
But
you
like,
survive,
just like if we had to like guesstimate, would you say like in a number of like D6s about
Oh,
how
man.
tall is this tavern? And if we were to have a say looking up at the stars and someone took an unfortunate tumble.
so I will say there is a rule for hardcore campaigns in that you cannot purposely kill off
Yeah,
your
I-
character.
Just get
Like you
someone else
can't
to
be
do it,
like,
yeah.
I'll jump off the roof to roll a new character. Like
No. I want to make this gnome work. goddammit.
Understood. Here's
Worst
the
case
thing.
scenario, Jen, I will play the most fearless person with 2 HP you've ever seen.
Now, here's the thing. When you reach 2nd level, you do get a fate point, and you will be able to reroll a stat of your choice. that is by progression, and that is built to counteract some of the worst aspects of rolling for anything. So there we have your your forest gnome. God help you. We down the line. Who wants?
Extremely
who wants
allergic to pollen for some reason.
Oh, extremely. Who wants to roll for species next?
Was there anyone else?
I think
No,
it was just you, Malachi.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Then
Human.
well, you said you wanted human over that.
so you wanted to be a human.
Damn it. Okay, we're gonna find some werewolves or something.
All right. Well,
Why
Malachi,
why would I want to play the thing I am every day?
Oh, my hobgoblin can bite you. You won't turn into a werewolf or anything, but you'll contract every disease known to man.
Oh, see? Now we're
He might have
thinking.
been. Did you do that to
Bacteriological.
Steph's character?
Why would you do that to me?
Why would
Yeah.
you do that? Man, okay,
It's the
Malachi,
initiation.
you need to roll for stats now, starting with strength. Okay, 14
Damn it.
strength.
God damn it. Am I gonna roll fighter stats?
No,
No.
no, you are not. 6 dexterity, let's see your constitution.
No, I'm not.
No.
Okay,
Damn it.
14 intelligence, so you are smart and strong. 14 wisdom,
God
alright.
damn it.
And 9 charisma. Okay, you have a character, actually.
All of a sudden,
very
my stats don't
decent
seem too
character,
bad.
actually.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy with what I got.
Is anyone else who wants to roll for stats? Or to re-roll their characters, apologies.
Not yet.
Understood. We move on to the next phase of my torture process. Rolling for backgrounds! Let's see who starts us off. I'm gonna
Malachi.
shift also the track.
Malachi.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift the track real quick. If that's alright with everyone, because now we're settling into the world of Dragonlance.
Okay.
So let me just grab.
So this is backgrounds, right?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
background, so you will need to roll a D100.
9.
There are only 2 backgrounds: noble and shit farmer.
9.
No
If
shit
you roll shit
farmer
farmer, you have to roll
and diseased.
You have to flip a
Yeah.
coin.
Shit farmer is how I got
You
my
die
negative 4
from
con,
sepsis.
Your background is artisan.
Autism? Oh, artisan.
You can be autism as well.
I mean, honestly, it would help.
As an artisan,
Ridiculous details.
as a human artisan, you gain the following feat: Crafter. I will get that
You
feat
can be
for you.
Steve from Minecraft.
Mm.
It's an origin feat. You gain proficiency with 3 different artisan tools of your choice from the past
Boss.
crafting table. You get a discount. Whenever you buy a non-magical item, you receive a 20% discount on it? What the fuck?
Okay.
Damn!
What is this? I wasn't aware of this.
I'm in the biz. I get a discount.
That's a hefty discount on like equipment, like armor and weapons. What? Wait, does that? Wait, if you buy the magical items and then sell them, no, half the price is still not a good trade-off, but that's still pretty good. Because like you can buy plate for like very cheap, comparatively. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can craft 1 piece of gear from your fast crafting table, provided you have the artisan's tools associated with the item and have proficiency with those tools, such as like a bunch of shit, which I guess actually makes it so that the crafting allows you to make things cheap and then sell them for a profit in your adventure. So, well, congratulations, you are now the party money machine, I guess.
You could always just make a shit ton of ball bearings, and whenever we get in a fight, just empty all of them
That's
onto the
true.
battlefield.
That is true.
That is true.
I could
Ball
cover
bearings and a
massive area.
slingshot are a deadly combination. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Mhm. Now, your skill proficiencies are on investigation and persuasion. And you also get your proficiency with another kind of artisan's tools, and your equipment, because of the way that we run things in hardcore, you don't start with anything, you will be rolling. You will be getting the gold and buying what you want. And yes, that means that you roll for gold as well when you come to the class. So that is you on background. Down the line we go. Oh,
did I get proficiency in a couple things too? Like I
already
some tools, and then what else?
Yeah, it is your skills with artisan. I'll just take the entire subclass and just show it to everyone. Your skill proficiencies are on investigation and persuasion. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Graphical run, in other words, known as Jason. Let's see what you get.
Jason, my mama.
Alrighty.
All right.
6. No Jedi.
The devil. You got one of the unique backgrounds for this campaign. You are a Knight of Solamnia.
Oh shit!
Oh, that makes so much sense.
It goes for your strength.
Yeah.
Does it? Aren't you a Kender?
Yeah, but I'm very fucking
Yeah, but
strong.
he's very strong.
Yeah, his bones are made out of immovable rods.
Yeah.
So,
Why
as
do
a
you
Knight
need
of
to steal
Solamnia,
when you can just do your job so perfectly, no one will stop you?
as a Knight of Solamnia, you gain
It's the ultimate
proficiency.
cover.
You gain proficiency in athletics and survival, 2 languages of your choice, some equipment, because it doesn't actually give you gold, so you just get that. And you get the Squire of Solamnia starting feat, which does chain with a future feat accessible only if you have the Squire of Solamnia feat. Darkmouse, I can hear myself. I'm taking out the gun.
We can have a gunfight.
No. The Squire of Solamnia feat actually benefits you. Oh my fucking god.
I get free food.
No, you get training with mounts, and dismounting costs you only 5 feet of movement.
God damn it.
Get your
And precise
ass
strike.
away from me.
Just remember who can make you artisanal horseshoe silver.
I hate this.
Together we are an unstoppable force, Silver.
You get precise strike. Once per turn, when you make a weapon attack roll against the creature, you can cause the attack roll to have advantage. If the attack hits, you roll a d8 and add it as bonus to the damage. You can use this number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, but the use is expended only if the attack hits. So if you give yourself advantage and you miss, you don't expend a use. Very well.
The most ridiculously overpowered munchkin this world has ever seen.
Very well. Now, when you're building a character, you also get a trinket with this feat. So roll it with this background. So roll a d6. Let's see what trinket you have.
3.
You get a pendant featuring a crown, a rose, and a sword. So, who is a Knight of Solamnia? Knights of Solamnia are the most renowned order of knighthood within the world of Krynn. They are many celebrated heroes have arisen from the Knights of Solamnia. It is also the most storied knighthood on Ansalon, the kingdom where the adventure takes place in. It has roots all the way back to like 1,000 years ago with the Argothian Empire to the western part of Ansalon. And it actually has connections to many non-player characters in this adventure who matter quite a bit. Now, before the Cataclysm, it was a beacon of peace and prosperity. But in the wake of Cataclysm, the event that killed off a bunch of people and the gods left off with, faith in the knighthood soured to suspicion because rumors spread that the knighthood had possessed the power to avert the Cataclysm and either failed to do so or chose not to. So the Knights of Solamnia are quite disgraced in the setting as of the time that this adventure takes place in. Some people still respect them, but a lot of people do not. Their power is waning in the world. There is a thing about the Knights of Solamnia that does matter also for you, which is the Oath and the Measure. This will matter at 4th level because you will have access to get the unique feat that the Squire of Solamnia can get. But the Oath is an oath that a Knight of Solamnia takes related to one of the 3 aspects of knighthood that the Order has. and it begins with Est Solarus of Mythos, or My Honor is My Life. You take that oath starting at first level, and it takes format later down the line. Oh! I'm sorry, you get this feat for free at 4th level. Interesting.
Side note though, I did just notice me and Jason are tied for the highest con at a hot 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 3 orders.
Call all of it from the Hobgoblin.
There are 3 orders to the Knights of Solamnia. The Knights of the Crown, the Knights of the Sword, and the Knights of the Rose. The Knights of the Crown are knights who honor the god Habakkuk, known as the Blue Phoenix.
Bless you.
Thank you. The Blue Phoenix god. They are the patron god of the Kiri, and it's a deity that promotes loyalty and obedience to goodness. The Knights of the Sword are dedicated to the heroic honor, courage, and reverence for the true gods before they left, and they follow their virtues. As of recent years, they follow the virtues mostly of Kiri Jolith, the god of just warfare, due to events that are happening around the kingdom of Ansalom. And lastly, the Knights of the Rose are guided by the god Paladine, who most of you will be familiar with as Bahamut. The Knights of the Rose exemplify honor tempered by wisdom and justice. With that info dump out of the way, we will explore that more after character creation. We move down the line. Darkmouse, roll for your background, please.
I do have a question about the setting. You said all the gods are dead?
All the gods are gone, not dead. They left.
Okay, because I was going to say, if they were dead, then this is post-Kratos. Okay,
They're
D100.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people speak for the gods per se, and some of them actually do commune with the divine, but most people do not have access to any divine favor. Maybe 1 or 2 people get to do so, for example, in a given region. Your background, Darkmouse, is entertainer.
You know, that explains where all the diseases came from.
Oh, Jesus. Here's the background for you. And as for your feat, you get musician. I can't say
Musician.
that. My accent. Thank you. My accent is way too thick. Which grants you the following benefits: instrument training and encouraging song. As you finish a short or long rest, you can play a song, "The Seagulls of Your People." A number of allies that hear it get heroic inspiration.
Woo!
Very good.
Fuck me! I took away inspiration at the start of the session to not have you roll with advantage or rerolls. Fuck off. Alright.
Oh,
Understood.
oh, that's great, because that's short rests as well.
Yeah, there's a short and long rest. Well done. And Steph, it is your turn for background. Let's see.
Alright. Where did my shitty little guy come from? Oh well.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! What is that?
You are a wayfarer.
Okay. That sounds about right, I guess.
A wayfarer is well, let me show you. You grew up on the streets, surrounded by similarly ill-fated cast-offs. You slept where you could and did odd jobs for food. At times, when the hunger became unbearable, you resorted to theft. You get the lucky feat.
Hell yeah!
You're gonna need it with the 3 cards.
I know.
Now, lucky points. You have a number of lucky points equal to your proficiency bonus. You can spend them to grant advantage on the D20 test, which is any D20 roll, or disadvantage when a creature rolls a D20 for an attack roll against you. You can spend a luck point and impose disadvantage.
Yep, I'll need that.
It's amazing that the character that is the most emaciated gets lucky. Like that is just incredible.
We're crafting a rich narrative here.
Yeah, we are. Your character like crawled out from the
so
alley.
lucky, bro. You're so lucky. You starved 90% of your life, like living in the slums. But you know what? You persevered because you're lucky.
Yeah.
How are you still alive? I am just
You're a
very
high
lucky.
elf. You were literally born for high society.
Oh no, he's.
But
no,
because you were so.
Yeah, I'm a shitty little forest gnome now.
Yeah. They're little guys.
He's a gnome now. Lastly, silver background.
Yippee! Let me close these first. D100. Boop. 13.
13.
Oh, you're down here with me.
Can you reroll actually?
No. 34.
Because we can't have duplicate.
Okay.
What? We can't have two artisans, Jen?
No.
Why not?
34. You get a feat that actually is very useful with your abysmal constitution. You get farmer.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but a Centaur farmer is so fucking funny.
Plow your own fields.
You get the top feat, which grants you extra hit
Literally
points.
your own beast of burden.
I don't have to pick that now. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you get tough for free, which is fantastic. You'll need it.
I wish I had that.
So you guys, because I'm human, I'm the only one of us that gets to pick one. You're all stuck with the one you get.
Now, now we have finished another step. Does anyone wish to roll their character?
No, but I have a question.
Yes.
Are we putting these on a sheet yet? Because I don't know which sheet to choose.
So if you're more familiar with 2014, I recommend 2014. 2024 is good if you want to just work with only 24 material, but it is also Roll20 bad levels of bad. So be very careful with it, I'll say, because even I don't know how to help you with a few things about it.
I am familiar with 2014. I think I'll use that one.
Yes, it is very modular. You will have to literally input everything if you're a spellcaster, so keep that in mind, because
I'm used to that.
yeah. If you want to play a spellcaster, I do recommend 2024.
So, funny enough, for like
Too late.
5 years, I didn't realize that you could just drag and drop spells when you're playing a spellcaster in Roll20.
Yeah.
My pain! Deep pain.
Alright.
So, you have chosen your backgrounds. Now, you can, with everyone finished already, in terms of like no rerolls, you get to select your class from the available classes in the 2024 options. So once I'm going to give you a few minutes to select your classes, and once you do, you will say them out loud. Say what classes you have chosen.
If we already know, can we say?
I'll say give it like a minute so everyone can have a moment to like read.
Dramatic tension.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say I did click plus character, but I don't see my character on the.
It should be at the
journal.
bottom of the journal, because that's how the
Yeah, I don't.
Roll20
I don't
does.
see it.
At the very bottom of the journal, I see them.
Yeah, it's not there for me.
Maybe refresh.
Where do I see
Roll20.
the classes, Jen?
Oh no,
I
that's
already did.
shitty little guy. That is.
Yeah, that's mine.
person.
That's mine.
I already did. I already refreshed it. It still didn't show up.
Press plus character.
Oh, plus character 2014 create. Hey, there we
If
go.
it doesn't, there you go. Urmo Wolsulkarab. No, what an awful name. Why does Roll20 give them names? I don't know.
I'm gonna keep
so
that
yeah,
name then.
I will say.
As
I will say, if you
subclasses
choose,
go, are we using? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
we are using the 2024 rules where your subclasses come in 3rd level. So keep that in mind as well.
Do we have access to all the old ones?
No, you do not.
Okay, so it's only this 2024 updated stuff. So
Yes.
nothing from like Xanathar's. So what you're saying is I can't go Cavalier.
I can see why you'd want to, but no.
I don't like where this conversation is going.
Silver's just like, gang, I hate this.
Silver, you have to let one of us ride you.
Horses exist for
I
a
have
reason.
proficiency in mounted combat. Horses are dumb. I need a centaur. I need someone I can riff with in combat.
He literally you don't know this yet because he hasn't made this, but I'm gonna just throw this out there. You don't know. Maybe he lost his noble steed and is now wandering in search of something to fill that hole.
Okay, I'm going to say no then to that one.
Phrasing.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I didn't even think of it like that. And the emotional.
What?
I'm gonna stop you right there. Also, just a reminder: you don't get starting equipment. You get starting gold,
Okay.
which you roll for.
Why is it not giving me
No.
a sheet?
Skill efficiencies. Acrobatics.
Yeah,
Click
I
again if it doesn't give you
I
a sheet.
made-
Like,
2 sheets, but it won't let me.
it maybe refresh it and click like a plus again. If it does, if you refresh and it doesn't, I'll give you a sheet.
Proficiency with themes,
Refreshing.
which is 1. Okay. So I get proficiency with 4 musical instruments.
Yes.
Bagpipes.
I'm gonna have to look up what all the musical instruments are.
I-
Yeah, it made one.
I can tell you a couple if you
There
want.
we go.
I have found them. I can click on musical instruments and it pops it up for me because it's a hyperlink. I'm gonna go with the silliest ones.
You want to know what's just super fun? Having a 6 in your decks.
Yeah.
Steph in the
Like-
background. Imagine having a 3 in concentration.
Gee, imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
6.
like-
That's pretty rough.
That's pretty rough.
Well, because it's like we're also having because it's like. But this is such a hard decision because I've got 14s in strength, int, and wisdom. So it's like it doesn't even like it's the stats aren't even pointing me into like one direction or the other. So it's just like, fuck.
Dear God.
Okay. I don't know if I should.
Are all musical instruments charisma?
Oh, yes, most instruments are charisma to play and perform with.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I
only
don't know if
instrument
I
that is not
should
charisma.
take, a cleric, so we get a little bit more survivability, or with the ranger.
I think now then is a good time to say what classes do people want to go with, and rather than just saying out loud, also type it into Roll20 because it will be a cacophony if we all speak at once.
I do have a question, Jen. Where do we find the? Oh, I found him. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we have a wizard
So-
in Darkmouse.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing I'm gonna be
Yeah.
any good at.
I'm playing a druid. I think it's the only way I can survive.
Fair enough.
I like how
Maybe I want to do the cleric.
from everyone here, Steph, you get to play the Dark Souls version of this game.
Oh yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah, I'm thinking cleric, Jen, because now I'll be despised for being a knight and hunted for being a cleric. And I think what this party really needs is a group of people hunting us down.
Understood.
Perfect.
I will say, it's the only.
They won't even have to. They just have to wait for us to all die of this illness we all have.
Yeah, they just have to blow pollen.
They
in
have
our
to just
face.
wait
These
for
are so
one like difficult terrain check next to a cliff, and we all die.
Yeah.
I will say, I see only 4 character sheets. Who doesn't have one?
I have not made one yet because I'm still deciding whether I want to be a caster or not. And if I'm going to be a caster, I'll probably do 2024 just for the ease of drag and drop. But
Understood. So we have a wizard, we have a
Maybe-
druid, we have a cleric.
I will say the fact that you're thinking of going cleric with a 17 strength is insane to me.
You say
God
spellcasters
loves
are easier
those
to
who
do
hit
with
other
2024
things
sheets?
And that's why we don't talk together, because I did not hear that. Can you repeat that?
I was just asking if 2024 sheets are better for spellcasters.
They are in the sense that you can drag and drop the spells without any trouble.
Could I just have two character sheets, one of them just for spells?
You could make that happen to be the reality if you want to cause me pain.
I'm gonna cause you pain.
Understood.
So, Jason, are you gonna go with Cleric?
Now, hear me out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do cleric.
Okay, then I'll go Ranger.
So hear me out,
Ranger
though.
form.
A 6 dexterity monk. What are people's thoughts?
No.
Poor,
Yeah.
but I'm not stopping
Yes,
you.
Mr. Bean.
A strength monk? A strong?
You know, I'm not gonna torment you, Jen. I'm gonna fully swap over.
No.
Okay. I can't even realistically do barbarian either with high strength because I still need the fucking dex for the unarmored.
Well, yeah. Also, monks get no armor proficiencies, so you're just like, I have a penalty of -3 to my armor class. Oh no!
Yeah, like, I almost have to go something that can wear heavy armor.
Oh, now I rolled
Another
a nat
question.
20.
My charisma's shit, so I can't even go
Yeah,
down.
If I'm using the 2014 sheet and I use the character mancer, can I draw from the 2024, or
No.
do I have to enter it all manually?
You will have to enter it all manually, yeah,
I
because
mean,
2014 and
We're
2024.
starting at like level 1, right? So it's better if you just type it out manually.
If you are familiar with 2014 sheets, I recommend them always. If you want to make the character 2024, go for it. I'll just be less help in like the character creation process because not as familiar, and 2024 can be weird.
Acrobatics?
But hey, if you master it, help me learn it.
Yeah, I'm honestly trying that just so I can learn it a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Performance? I am the worst best entertainer you've ever seen.
This is a gang of like emanciated, flea-ridden adventurers who like come to the village, being like, "Do you
We come to the
have?"
village to help, and by the time we leave, everyone in the village is dead. Oh.
It's not like, are you murder hobos? No, we really try. We really
Just
try
hobos.
to help.
We're just trying our best. Oh.
Well, you do have characters, and as I said, first level, maximum hit points. But we also do need to roll your wealth, as in like how much gold you will be starting with to buy your equipment.
Hobgoblin, these nuts.
How many times you plan to make that joke?
So, if I can have your attention, if you have selected your classes, then each class should have also, on your equipment section, the option to start with gold.
Yeah.
You should also see that there are dice next to the option to start with gold.
No,
No.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Do they not?
Not on the 24 sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent!
Wait, what?
Then
I
you-
don't. I literally got lost on the first step.
So
No worries, I'm just checking it.
So on the starting equipment.
Okay, I can start. You can start with a set amount of gold on the 2024 sheet, then just overwrite that with what you roll.
Yeah, I did not realize
Oh,
that
am I supposed
2024... No, 2024 has updated it, so there are no gold dice to roll. So, okay, never mind. You just start with your either starting equipment or your gold, because there's no point in
So do we
going through the process.
do we get our like class gold and our background gold?
Yes,
Okay.
both. Background items, gold, and class stuff. Yeah. Also, something to keep in mind, make your character fit in the world. We'll go through that once you have input information in the character sheets. And I will regale you with lore of the land, as well as campaign-specific starting information that you will need to build your character to fit in the world of Krynn.
Question.
Yeah.
In the backgrounds, it just says ability scores, strength, con, and wisdom for farmer. Do I get a +1 on all of them?
No, those are the recommended if you are.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
You get a +2 to one score and a +1 to another, or +1 in 3 scores of your choice.
I'm gonna have to do this manually.
Which, I will say, keep track of which scores you do give the benefits to. Because if you re-roll your score, you will hate it when you don't remember which score you gave a plus bonus to. AKA, always keep track of the information you put into your character sheet, please, I beg you. Don't just change the number.
What you're talking about?
Don't change your number. Because if you do that, I'm gonna say no.
No.
Like, no, you don't get to put another benefit to your score if you reroll it later down the line, like 6 levels from now. I will be evil about this because this is hardcore.
I was doing some reading. You're saying like, don't do what?
So keep track of where you put your bonuses to your stats because you start with a +2 and a +1 or
okay.
3 +1s. Because later down the line, if you re-roll those scores and you don't remember which ones had the bonus, yeah, it can be a problem. So yeah, just remember to do that.
Notes. Here we go. No, that's not about.
Yeah, 2024 can be weird with notes.
Here we go. Class features, species traits, feats, others.
For the record, I am using the 2014 stat blocks, because when I tried to use the 2024 stat blocks for NPCs, it broke apart completely. But I have been updating them manually to the 2024 standard for all of them. Dear God.
So I get max hit points, which is a D6 plus Constitution.
Yes,
Or
so
minus in our
6
case.
plus... Or minus
have-
in many cases, yeah.
I have 4 HP.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Hey, Steph, how many HP you got?
4.
Wow.
Hey, we're tied.
One's a wizard, the other one's a druid. This isn't good.
Yeah.
I get hit once and
gonna-
I'm just gonna crumble to dust.
They're
Well,
gonna
that's
try
what
to
wizard
step
life
up
is.
on our giant centaur druid, and then just this tiny little
I'm not a
super
druid.
yoked halfling thing is gonna stand in between them. Or I thought you picked druid.
No, I'm a...
Oh no, ranger.
Yeah, I'm a ranger.
Ranger Centaur.
Diet druid.
Well, I guess I have to play a melee ranger because somebody wants to use me as a warhorse.
You don't have to adhere
use
to
you.
that.
You were my rock, Silver, never my stepping stone.
You're the rock.
Okay,
Alright.
if you guys had to pick, because like to make
No.
use of my stats, like if you had to pick, would you rather an Eldritch Knight or a Psy Warrior?
You think you live to 3rd level?
If I do, then you already know I'm going to be doing everything in my power to fucking die, alright? Without outright doing it.
Well, your stats are good for Eldritch Knight, but pick whatever you want. Go Barbarian, live the dream.
Barbarian's got too many defensive bonuses. I'm looking to burn bright, but not for very long, Jen.
You may need the defensive bonuses, gang.
Nah. I'd win.
Alright. Nah, I'd win. Fair enough.
No.
You know, I'll do Psy Warrior. Why not?
Rangers get spellcasting at 1st level. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
favored enemy.
I can't be charmed, so, you know, if something doesn't kill me outright and tries to charm me, I'll probably fail.
I'll probably die.
You know what? Let's pick that
alright.
medicine.
Higgins, for your character sheet, you have it set to 2024?
I am using 2024, yes.
Alright,
You can
then,
delete the 2014 one, yeah.
God, hold on. I'm just gonna do something, real quick.
If you delete the one I'm working on,
I
will
know,
come to
that's why
Greece.
that's why I'm just gonna save it real quick. Higgins real, there we go. And now I'll start revealing everyone so that you know the names and eventually be able to see the tokens for your allies.
I don't have a name for my character yet. I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I made.
Yeah.
I
I'm Sir Rafton Halfshanks.
I literally put in the first thing I can think of, which was Higgins.
To be fair, I'm so bad at
Higgins,
making characters while on a call with other people because I'm like, wait, what? Have I picked for my skills already? I can't read. Fuck.
Oh, they got
Yeah.
fancy with the 2024 sheets. Alright.
So please don't name your character Kill Me, please.
Sorry, it's pronounced.
You don't get to call
Gilmiflis?
yourself that anyway. Come on.
It's
No,
It's a
Gilmiflis.
traditional name of my
Pronounced Kuma?
Yeah, I will not have my identity stripped from me, Jin. I
Well,
come from a long lines of Maplisses.
well, Twitch and YouTube TOS begs to differ, so I'm gonna have to ask you to give yourself a different name that won't end the stream, like
Hey, Jay,
Yeah, reasonable.
publicly.
Don't worry, I
Yeah.
got you.
is there any language that would make sense for my farmer centaur to know?
So that is another thing. That is another thing. Do we want to go with the languages of the world that do exist and are different, and there's so many of them, dear God, or do we want to keep it simple? Because common will get you everywhere.
Well, I'm more.
I
like, is
kind of
there-
want-
Is there any reason for us to know any other language?
Yes, there's like 6 different creature types you will encounter in this adventure alone, beyond dragons.
Okay.
I kind of want to do the different languages of the world.
It'd be good to know them at least.
Sorry, you did. You could have suggested not doing that, Jen.
I'm
Don't
suggesting
worry.
not doing.
My name is now also TikTok friendly.
What have you done?
Unalive me, please.
Not leave me. You know what? I'll fucking take it, I guess. If you really want me to kill you first, huh?
Jen, you know how badly I hate humans.
I know.
What's
I
all the
know.
human hate right now? What is going on?
Oh, it's
Human
just me
every
and
day of my
Baldur.
life, and it
Human hater.
sucks.
Not boring, if you ask me. The people who don't like humans.
Oh no, I'm not saying you can.
Funny?
Like I like.
Oh,
I'm
like-
not. Hey,
Like
nothing
you
against
can make
people
a
who
good
like it.
character out of a human. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to play one.
Yeah.
Darkmouse, are you tapping the mic?
That was me triggering my leg and I was hitting my desk. My bad.
Nah, no worries.
Okay.
Can I pick spells later, Jen?
What?
Can I pick spells later?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
pick spells later. I just need to know your class that you pick.
Cool.
Mr. Beast.
That is not a class. Well, I guess it's a
I mean,
financial
I was gonna
class.
say I'm a moon druid. Well, I'm not a moon druid yet. I could be a moon druid. I could be Mr. Beast.
Literally.
You could be Mr. Fleas.
Mr. Fleet. I'm the trash man. I just got
I'm the trash man. I got the trash.
I started blasting.
Ah, great.
Oh, there we
have,
go. Okay.
We have a
That's
rock
looking
gnome
a little
roll up. We have a rock gnome roll up with like the corpse of a badger that they have stitched together into like a cloak.
And I haven't
I don't
skinned
know
it.
if I-
It's literally just the. It's just. The
I don't know if I
corpse,
hit the
not
wrong thing when I was making the sheet, but it defaulted me to an NPC sheet. I had to like go
How
turn
did-
it quick.
Yeah, you clicked the wrong thing there, buddy.
Maybe it's.
So I'm
just
like, I was like
determined
swapped to
your
the
true
PC
nature.
sheet, and I was like, oh, okay, this looks a little more familiar.
Hit points 4, damn.
Okay.
So,
to
quick question
actually
about
go-
languages. Did we decide on whether we were using the like different like regions of the world or not? Because I'm not seeing them on my sheet.
Yeah, so do we want to go... I'm going to put this in the party decision. Just type in the Roll20 between simple or unique.
What do you mean by that?
Simple, Darkmouse, please. Simple means that common is basically every spoken language of the kingdoms and the people of the world, because there's so many people and so many kingdoms that speak different versions of common.
This is hardcore, bro.
Oh fuck! Really, you're gonna do this to me?
Look, we're also doing XP leveling. There needs to be a breakdown in communications.
We need to
justify.
We need to share the load of the amount of crap we need to deal with.
Fine, but I'll say this: you must all be able to communicate with one another. I will not tolerate losing time on pantomime to communicate.
Okay, that's fair.
With party members.
That's reasonable.
But if you do need to do pantomime, I do have the entertainment background.
Okay, who hasn't voted?
Can we all agree that our shared language, our second language that we all get to pick, our shared language is ham boning?
No.
No.
Who hasn't voted?
Just a series of slaps on yourself?
No, Jason.
What's that?
Voted.
Oh, Jason. Yeah.
Oh, of whether we're using the world
three
languages or not?
3 of you voted unique, so...
I didn't vote unique.
Is Markiplier voting for unique? I didn't realize.
That's how that works.
I mean,
Darkmouse, vote again.
Jason, the player,
1 second. I'm in the middle of typing, and then I will.
Loves to play with the languages in D&D. Like, that was kind of central to Van's character. Was he, on the surface, seemed like a dumb guy, but he was pretty adept at picking up new languages. That's why he spoke like 8 of them. And he hated common because it was the human language, and he was a self-hating human. So I'm going to lean towards the other one. It doesn't really matter, like Silver said, because we've got 3-2 at this rate anyway.
No, we have
Nope.
two
Markiplier is not a vote for unique, as far as I'm aware.
Markiplier.
I'll be agnostic on it, but I'm leaning towards the unique. So that helps.
Okay.
One moment.
Species. Korea.
Argon. No, Argon is Argon. Okay, now.
Yo, I can choose to be small sized?
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so if we find a werewolf, can we say I turn into a werecorgi?
If you survive, yeah.
Dope.
Magic.
There's a
right.
werewolf movie in the 80s called The Howling, and at the end, the really adorable main heroine character turned into a werewolf, and she kind of looked like one of those little lapdog breed werewolves. She was adorable.
That is... yeah.
Oh, that's right, I have to select fucking weapon masteries. Ugh.
Oh my god.
I have to type them.
Question. I do not have the artisan background unlocked.
I mean, you could just copy it in.
Yeah, you can make a custom one, then type in and fill in the forms for it, basically. I actually just bought the player's handbook while I was doing that, because I couldn't be arsed doing that.
Sorry, what don't you have access to?
Artisan. Like some of the backgrounds. But I thought you had gotten a bunch of those, which is why
we should be able to have them because
Silver. Sorry. Yeah. Do you have? Please. Do you have access? If you go to the compendium and type artisan, do you see the player's handbook 2024? Background.
No, I didn't either. That's why I put all of mine in manually.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought I had.
This game has blocked compendiums. Talk to your GM to request changes. Is what it says.
Okay, I'll go get that up. I'll exit the game. And I had that set up. I don't know why it's not sharing. Game settings. Allow public access. No. Content sharing. There it is. Yes, I want to share with my players. You fucking moron. No, it's not open right now. I'm just doing curation of information.
Yeah, it quite literally does not allow me
No, it doesn't because
here we
I
are.
need to set it up. Give me a moment.
Oh no, I was looking at a different thing. I was like, where the fuck? There's like a button over there to do the manual stat entry.
Alright, save content. Saving companion settings. Alright, so if you refresh, you should be able to now have the shared companion features.
Yippee.
Like, you should be able to drag and drop for 2024 character sheets. I don't think it will work with 2014.
Yeah.
But at least you should be able to at least, like, see the information to copy-paste it easier for companion.
Higgins,
Yeah.
Oh! Life Mipplers? Because I read that as me piss.
Mapliss, yeah. I come from a
Me
long
piss.
line of Maplisses.
I hate this.
You created this, Jen.
No, I did not name the guy.
No, but
You are your
you
own
accepted
Jen.
Malachi in this game.
Fair enough.
More abilities
Now,
for-
for unique languages, here they are. The language of the Centaurs is actually Centaur, Dwarvish and Elvish. Ergothian are for the people of Ergot. Harolian are for the people of where is it? Not Ergot. Qualinasti. And Kurian is for the people of Kur. Solamian is for specifically Solamian denizens and the Knights of Solamnia, who can be beyond Solamnia. Ishtarian are for the people of Ishtar, and it is no longer a spoken language because there's not many of them alive anymore. Magius is the actual language of magic. Like, that's what you speak to cast spells. Dragonlance is one of those settings where wizards actually say weird bullshit to get their magic to work. More like Electorius, and then Fireball, for instance.
Question: is Magius used just for wizards or all magic casting?
All magic of the arcane and primordial like schools of magic, yes.
Okay.
Where celestial is prayer, like you actually pray to the gods to give
So-
you help.
What about does it? Go for it, actually.
So is Magius basically just Latin? Can we just
Basically.
use Latin for it?
You can use Latin for it, I guess. Yeah, it's fine.
Also, does druidic magic use
Yes,
celestial or Magius?
Magius.
Okay, cool.
Magius.
I feel like I have to go with Magius, seeing as I'm a wizard.
All who speak Magius is not a language you speak. As like you don't speak Magius, you cast Magius.
Yeah, like you don't learn the language, you learn the bits of it you need to cast your spells.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like learning the code. Then there is the language. There is the language isolates of Plainsmen, which I don't know what that is, but I imagine is the language spoken by the people who live in the plains. I shrug.
Is there snakes there?
I guess. There's the I Speak, which are spoken specifically by the Thanoi, the walrus people, and anyone who lives in the northern lands of Krynn. And then there
yes.
is the Chronic and
I
Giant.
love my wide selection of fighting style choices.
What was that last one there, Jen? Sorry.
A Draconic and Giant.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
obviously-
I've gone with Magius. For people who
I don't think you need to list Magius as a language. You just know the spells are in Magius. Relevant
Well, I
question.
feel like it still makes sense to have.
No,
it,
up to you. Relevant question for before we pick languages. What region are we starting in?
So you will be starting. Let me check my dossier.
Zimbabwe.
No,
Oh.
that's not a region in Ansalon.
Zimbabwe.
No. Where do you start?
I don't think I get any armor or weapon proficiencies as a wizard.
Ah, yes,
No,
you
you
start in Chapter 2, because Chapter 1 is character creation. Thank you, game. Right. character connections. We'll deal with that later. Once we're done with all of this bullshit. Preludes now. There it is.
There's got to be a better way to do this, right?
Are you shitting me? Chapter 3 is when the actual adventure begins. God damn it.
Dark, stop tapping the mic.
Sorry.
I am.
Sorry.
Why is Chapter 3 when the adventure begins? God damn it.
It's
Okay,
chapter 2.
So you will be starting in the village of Vogler. I need to find where the fuck that is. Rests at the foot of a partially built bridge on the Vingard River, which, if I look at the world map, it is located close to Solamnia, actually. It's, wow, a dead center of Solamnia, close to Nightland. Shit, you're actually you're actually dead set in Heartland, which is the heart of Solamnian territory. Amazing.
Okay. So if you want all of our characters to be able to communicate with each other, is it reasonable to say that we should all speak Solamnian?
It would be reasonable to know Solamnian, yeah. Either that or Argothian, I guess, if you want to be from an adjacent nation. Let me pull the world map for you.
So
This game
look at it go.
has blocked compendiums.
This is where you are.
I'm choosing from my starting spells, and I'm judging by the group Constitution score. I should probably go with Purify Food and Drink.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
I am a lie. I apologize. I am a liar. For some reason, it says at the foot. It's all the way out here, actually. Why have you done
Okay,
this to
we're
me,
in the
game?
hinterland. Okay.
Yeah, you're in the hinterland. And close to Estwild. And Calaman. Oh, you're very close to Calaman, okay.
Carlemagne.
Charlemagne.
That's it. Carlemagne.
Cheeseburger.
I like that there's just
Bees
it's called
burger.
mem.
Yeah, it's where the mem came from. My favorite is the blood.
Ah!
Like just mem.
They've already. Lemon!
Okay, so
There's
we
a place
just-
called Lemon!
So for starting equipment, we
Yeah.
just choose the gold option.
You get gold from your background and your class.
I get 50. Holy shit! I get 50 gold from artisan.
I mean, I get 50 gold from being a farmer, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
also
get a
get.
lot of money.
Everybody
Oh,
should
that's
probably
fucked
get
up.
about 50 gold, I think.
yeah.
I would.
Oh,
But
shit,
the
I
fun-
get
Nobody
100
knows
for
how to
being a
use
cleric.
But the funny thing is, because Malachi's character is an artisan, they get a discount on the equipment they buy, which counts for character creation.
Let's go. Okay.
Where do we see the equipment that they cost? The seagulls.
Oh, it's in the section of equipment. In the companion. I'm muting you for a second. I'm sorry, gamer. I can't hear the seagulls.
Okay.
So it is in equipment in 2024. I can show this handout to everyone for everyone's sake. Nope, that's the wrong
Yeah,
one.
I don't think that's the one.
Did you know that
Damn it.
equipment can make the difference between success and failure for adventurers?
Shut up! God damn it.
Items? No.
Probably items, yeah.
No, those are magic items. Like
Mm.
adamantine spear.
Those are good.
Ooh, Amulet of Health.
Not
What would that be?
Oh, the craft. I will say, 2024 crafting system is really good. So you should keep an eye on that because it is very easy to
but
understand
It would
and
be very cool.
very
to-
nice. No, I don't want the
What's that?
item off. Okay. How to roll 20 items?
I just want to see a list where I can see like all the stuff on like one spot, so I can compare them.
Yeah, I think if you
To
type
select my
weapons,
masteries.
weapons or armor should give you like lists. Yeah, the weapons, for example, list, and the armor list for what you throw and wield. Pretty
yeah,
fine.
There we go. Okay, for weapons.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not the. Oh wait, no, they're there. Never mind.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, now I found them.
There's just like one weapon that I need to like check to see what like type of mastery it is.
What weapon?
Improvised.
I don't think you get mastery with improvised.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, gamer.
Could you help me with this one other thing? Do you know what a primal order choice is, Jen?
Yes. So for Druid, which level is that again? Is that the second or?
It's a first level. You have to do it first level.
So that is a small bonus. At first level, you choose whether or not you are an armored druid or a spellcaster focused druid. Primal order, think of it as like a bonus that can define your character. So magician is extra spell slot, is extra cantrip and spells, and warden is you can get armor and martial weapons. Druid in 2024 can wear armor of metal if they go warden.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Both options are good.
I have made my choice. I am going with the spellcasty one.
Yes, so as I said, Darkmouse is still muted because I didn't want to hear the seagulls, so let me just unmute him. Never mind, I can still hear the seagulls. I'm sorry, my friend.
I love it.
I take off the tape, seagull.
So yeah, so most stuff points towards if you allow mastery stuff to apply to an improvised weapon, it's like GM discretion based off of the text that like if an improvised weapon resembles a weapon, they might count it as that and use the rules for it. So like a table leg could be considered a club.
I'll say depends on the scenario.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Because if you look to me in the eyes and tell me that I'm using the leg of a chair as a great club, I'm gonna be like, that's not big enough, chum.
I wouldn't use the leg of a chair for a great club, Jen. That'd be a tree.
I
It
see.
would obviously be a thick oak table.
Also, you did kind of just name the first thing I took mastery for.
Club?
Great club.
Yeah, bashing. Yes, so you get a +1 and +2, or 3 +1s. Keep track of which stats you buff. Please! Like, write it down somewhere in your character sheet so that you can remember for later, because rerolls of stats are a thing and they're good. I know the first stat Steph is rerolling for.
Do you? What if I'm more of a masochist than you gave me credit for?
You know
All I
what?
know is-
Surprise me.
I'm not putting in anything that I'm going to be re-rolling later anyhow, so I'm all set. I'm just taking a bump to strength and int. I'm just going to lean into what I'm good at.
Fair enough. That is a wise decision to make.
Okay,
But yeah, once you have built your character... Well,
yeah, I've got Great Club and Spear. What do you think is another thing that'll come up a lot as an improvised weapon, Jen, in your opinion?
if you have a sling, that's probably for the best. Because you can always throw rock.
Yeah, you'll count that as, like, a sling if I just throw a rock?
No, I mean, like, you will always have a rock, so a sling is useful. But...
Oh, this is just weapon mastery.
Yeah, if you don't want
Basically,
the ability to just...
Yeah, of objects, given our previous conversation, if I were to grab an object and try to use it as I'm full in on improvised weapons, Jen. I am just grabbing what is near me and using that.
Well, club and great club are important because club is small objects, great club is big objects.
Okay, we'll do club, great club, and spear for pointy. So basically,
yeah, pointy
stick,
object.
bigger stick, and pointy stick.
Which will be very funny if you land with a sword from like an enemy.
Yeah, I will say for whatever reason, isn't letting me choose. Like, it isn't showing
There
any
we
of
go.
the fighting style feats.
I
can't
closed
hear
my
the seagulls.
window. Let me.
Oh, never mind.
Darkmouse is free. Darkmouse is free.
Oh, free. Yeah. I closed my window.
I'm not gonna lie, Jen. The idea of this tiny little bastard having a longsword is super appealing to me.
Go for it.
It drags a foot behind him as he walks down the road. No, I'm gonna go with the Warhammer. I like the classic tropes.
I will say this is a campaign of serious tones for the most part. It starts off a little lighthearted, but not that lighthearted. It's the best way that I can describe it is think if Star Wars was a setting for D&D fantasy.
Which trilogy? Very important question.
They're all good. They're all good. If you hate one,
No, they're all good, but like, you know, the tone changes depending on which trilogy we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure because it does fluctuate wildly. Revenge of the Sith, probably.
Okay.
This, being a cleric in this disgraced order of knights definitely has a Imperial era Jedi vibe going on. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So do we get the gold? Do we get the gold from both class and background, and then roll as well, or
no? You get those.
Okay. So I have 105.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna test out my weapon to see if I put it in there right.
How
Looks like
does this work?
That is bad. Well, it's a +5 for level 1, so that's good.
Ah, here we go.
Yeah, it's just a shitty roll. I just wanted to make sure all the bits worked.
Yeah, gone are the days when you had a +6 on your level 1 characters. Welcome to hardcore, where you are taking people from the world and plucking them into an adventure of a lifetime.
Question, Jen.
Short lifetime.
Yeah.
So I have common sign language, and what language would you recommend would fit a person with psychic powers in this setting?
So psychic powers are not a thing per se in Dragonlance. They don't really happen often. Draconic might be cool.
When you finish a short rest, you get all of your spell slots. You get all your spell slots back. Hey, awesome! I don't know Wizard was a warlock now.
Yeah.
Now I have to at some point I need to discern how weird do I want to make this guy look.
Question about Vogler, the place we're starting. Is that like a place with like city walls, or is it like a small town, or what's the deal there?
To go to detail into that, I need to know, is everyone done putting the information of your classes into your character sheet?
No.
Okay.
I think so.
I was asking because it changed my spell slot preparation, or spell preparation is all. I can wait on that if that's okay then.
So I do want to go into detail because Vogler is your starting location and you do need to know shit about it. But I want to do so once everyone has done working in the background because you will need to pay attention to it.
Yep, makes sense.
A quick question though, Jen. So we all took Solamnian, right?
Yeah.
As like our common language. What's I have two languages, so what's a good one that would kind of be like Latin? You know, something like.
Well, that's Magius, right?
Like from someone from like an esoteric order might know.
From an esoteric order, Ishtarian could be if you are like deeply. If you want to play into your order's like history, Ishtarian works well because they are the enemies of the Solamnians, but they were also sort of the empire before the Cataclysm.
Okay, that's the one I'll take.
Oh, good thing I didn't put that in yet. I just noticed that's level 2.
Sorry.
Yep.
Do we have like common language or?
No, our Solamnian is the common one for our region, basically.
Yeah, but we don't have
when
a
I was
common
building the
language.
character,
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no language called common.
Yeah.
Oh, so we don't have common.
Yeah.
No.
yes,
Yeah,
after
change that to
build the-
Solamnian.
I don't know how to spell that.
It's written in the Roll20 chat.
It's It's also on the
Salami.
map. Sol, SOLAMNIAN.
Hey, I was
Yep.
correct.
Yeah. I immediately forgot it.
Also, by the way, I realized as I was looking, entirely unrelated, but I was looking through my bulk rares and I saw, why is the Phyrexian Arena in my bulk rares? You're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, you should
Lamnian.
be running that in all of your decks, Sparrow.
I know.
Anomaly.
All of them.
I have
Hold on,
a...
Magus and some Lamnium.
I bought a Vishtala deck, and I'm like very happy with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. This doll is cool.
If I buy a bow, do I also get arrows, or do I need to buy them separately?
You need to buy arrows too, Smile, and you need to keep track of your ammunition, Smile.
Smiley
I
face.
always keep track of my ammunition, excuse you, but how
Do
much
I
is
need
an
a focus as a wizard? Need a
Yes.
book.
arrow? Well,
Either a focus or material component.
yeah,
Spellbook, here we go.
but yes, your spellbook can be your focus.
That is incorrect. This.
How did...
The book contains level 1 plus spells you know. It starts with 6 level 1 wizard spells of your choice. Wizard spells, here we go. Wait, so I get 6 spells, but I only 2 spell slots, right?
Yes, and you know also... So you know those spells, you prepare also different spells as well. From the maximum that you know. It's
This
the
is
wizard
first
life,
time
baby.
I've ever played a wizard, so
Hey, how
you'll have to be a
much-
little patient with me.
How much is 20, like a quiver of arrows? Like, how much is that?
It's like a
Let me check.
gold.
It's very cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I
How many
it's-
cantrips do I get?
Google AI says it's 1 gold. But I don't know if I trust that.
Google AI can suck my...
If you
Yeah.
go
Oh,
into the
shit.
books and if you just type weapons, I think you can scroll down and it tells you, if you pick
So-
the 24 player handbook, it tells you what they cost, what the weight is.
Yeah, but... it
20
doesn't-
arrows.
it's a weapon.
20 arrows.
Sorry, yeah, continue.
20 arrows is costing 1 gold piece.
Okay.
You will need to buy a quiver if you don't have one already.
Yeah, but isn't that... one
How many
gold?
arrows does one quiver hold?
20.
Yeah.
I think.
I would recommend stocking up on arrows because you never know when you are going to be able to buy more arrows.
Do you need to buy like 5 quivers if you want to buy like 100 arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's 5
Okay.
gold, so... Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not like money, it's just like I'm
Ah.
imagining the picture of carrying 5 quivers on your back.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. I should say it now. We do have carrying capacity rules.
Yeah! Everybody's strength score sucks!
Good thing
Well,
I'm
not
a
everyone.
large
For yourself.
creature.
So,
Can you
what
remind
does
us of what the carrying capacity is for your strength
It-
score and stuff like that?
we're using the simple rules. The roll 20 will auto-update it, so you don't have to worry
Okay.
about it. But if you do see yourselves being over encumbered, that's a hefty penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Firebolt.
How much
Yes.
does a 1 quiver holding 20 arrows weigh?
1 LB.
20.
What?
How much does a quiver cost? Hang on, I've got the PDF.
No,
I'll tell you in a sec.
How much does it weigh so I can add it here?
Yeah, 1
This
LB.
is a good...
1?
Oh, a pound. 1 pound.
Okay.
Thunder...
And 20 arrows are also weighing in a specific amount. Like 1 pound as well, I think.
Mm.
I only get 3, so...
Hell?
Fuck.
Can I also confirm that from our starting gold, we have to buy literally everything, including the clothes on our back?
Yeah, you need to buy clothes. Don't forget to buy
Okay.
clothes.
Yeah, please don't be naked.
If you don't have clothes in any society, people are gonna go hostile on you.
I'm a horse person.
I think my background gives me common clothes.
That's good.
You don't get any starting items, though.
Yeah.
No starting items, but I do have. I'm not naked.
Actually,
Fireball!
the Knight of Solamnia background does not have the option to not have starting items and have gold instead, so you do get those items.
Alright.
But that's only because of that.
I'm happy
backlog.
just to. I'm happy just to buy stuff because I mean my cleric gave me like 110 starting gold, so it's not like it's gonna be a huge.
Okay, if you want to liquidate the equipment in your background to convert it to gold to buy shit, yeah, you can do that.
Let me just
Okay.
double check what it gave.
Chromatic ore.
You can buy a
That's it.
pony for 30 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Chromatic Great Worm. I'm gonna have one of those.
Yeah. Oh, silver.
What's up?
The weight of each individual arrow is 0.05 pounds.
Thank you. Now I can have it better.
Yeah, because that is easier to track than just one.
Yeah. Thank you.
I feel like having mage armor would be a good idea.
Yes, please. There we go.
I can have. Can someone? I think I'm right, but can someone just confirm? I do get 6 first level spell slots at first level, right? Not spell slots, spells. I get 2 spell
Yes.
slots, 6 spells.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'll just.
And you can prepare a number of them equal to your wizard level and your intelligence modifier, if I recall correctly. It could be wrong.
I'm.
Let me check.
That's already too much information for my tiny brain to take.
So, you get 6 spells, you just add them to your spell book, you always have those spells in your spell book. You just keep those. Right?
Okay.
You also get cantrips from your
I've
wizard.
done the cantrips. I have 3 cantrips.
Excellent. So, you have 2 spell slots. Those are the number of times you can cast spells of first level. So, you prepare from your spells that are available in your spell book a number of spells equal to your wizard level, as shown in the prepared spells column of the wizard features table. So if you go to your wizard features table, you can prepare 4 spells, like they changed it for the 2024, so that it's a set number. So from the 6 spell you have, mark 4 of them. Those are the spells you can cast for that day. Not each one once. You have 2 spell slots, mind you, so you can cast 2 of those spells with your spell slots.
Yeah, I know how spell slots work. I've just never played a wizard before.
Yeah.
Do you think comprehend languages is a good idea?
It's
Find familiar. I'm gonna take
Not-
find familiar.
Not for first
Tends
level.
to come- It does come in handy later in Jen's campaigns, though. I will say that.
Yeah. Also, find familiar.
I can take it
Uh,
later. I'm taking find familiar.
Stop touching my sheet.
I'm
No.
just watching.
Let's stop that.
I can't find price lists for druidic focuses because it says varies in the equipment section.
Let me check.
I guess you could technically pick up a twig and that could be your...
Oh no, I found
No.
it. Sorry, it's good. They range from 1 gold to 10 gold.
That will be
I'm
one.
gonna take the
gold.
1 gold one.
So, how many spells did you say I could have prepared, Jen?
4. If
I
you,
can have-
yeah,
So I'm gonna unprepare that one, and that one.
yeah. So you have 6 spells. You know, 4 of them prepared.
4 prepared. I'm gonna have
And-
detect magic prepared. So chromatic
So-
orb, expeditious
Thi-
retreat, burning hands, and detect magic. I have prepared.
Mhm. I
Mage
will
armor,
say-
find familiar. I can ritual cast without needing them prepared.
I will say, Mage Armor is not a ritual spell, so you cannot cast it unless
Wait,
you
what?
have it prepared. Yes, I don't think Mage Armor. I don't think they updated it to be a ritual spell.
It's not.
They did not.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Yeah, if a spell is a ritual spell, you can cast it with a spell slot, like Detect Magic, but Mage Armor is not, so you're gonna need to prepare that.
Okay, so I'm gonna swap detect magic with mage armor then.
Yes. Find Familiar is also good because that's also a free familiar.
I will have a Tarask.
Sure, you get literally a portion of the Tarask to be your familiar. Fine.
Perfect. I'll attach it to a chain and swing it around.
Okay.
I'll use it as a shield for its magic.
Hell yeah!
properties.
I'm gonna just use
I
it
never
as a
said
shield,
which
yeah.
portion. You get the lungs. Just a pair of
Perfect. I'm
lungs.
gonna replace my own.
Dear God.
Maybe I won't be as sickly.
Does the money still like convert down the same way it did in 2014, where like a gold is 10 silver and silver is 10? Oh yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yes.
I do have a 16 passive investigation.
That's good.
I feel.
Hey,
Jen, could you have a look at my sheet and just see if I've done this correctly?
Sure thing. I'll check. But
Sorry,
first,
Steph.
I hope you're ready to roll attacks with disadvantage a lot, because I took longsword which has the sap mastery, which does this.
no, I hope you are prepared because your characters are going to fucking die if you're not prepared for them.
I got
To do
11
so,
hit points. I'm good.
Oh, you have 11 hit points? Great, I can smack you and not feel bad about it. Unlike Steph, where I'm gonna smack him once.
Or
and
me.
that's over.
Fine, I'm going to be a rat the whole time.
So, do you know? So I wonder.
I know wild shape has changed. I looked this up before I picked the class. It's still the best way for me to survive.
Understood.
Question: Does with encumbrance do we ignore coin weight or not?
You do not ignore coin weight. You're gonna need to
Okay.
keep an eye on that because if you're gonna be traveling, you are gonna need to be liquid.
I just need to convert all my money into platinum or Bitcoin.
Well, being
Oh.
liquid wouldn't be too hard. We have a relatively low melting point, seeing how sickly we are.
Yeah.
I will say there is there is a currency above platinum that you can use.
Platinum.
It's Ethereum, but I don't know if this campaign allows you to do that.
It definitely
not-
sounds like crypto.
It is crypto.
I will
Yeah.
say,
I was like, that definitely sounds.
the unarmed strike feat, when it adds the attack to the sheet, the toggle it comes with for the effect straight up just doesn't work.
Thanks, Rule 20. Why?
Right?
The problem is I can't really help you with that because I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah. And it, with proficiency set to automatic, it just is like, yeah, you're not proficient in unarmed strikes. Specifically for this kind, I guess. Like,
Oh, are you a monk?
no, but like, normal unarmed strikes, you're just proficient in.
No,
like, by default
you're
on
not.
this.
Not in 2024, I think.
The non-unarmed fighting one that comes with the sheet and isn't like added afterwards is already marked proficient.
Weird.
Same with the Tavern Brawler one. Yeah, I just have to manually go in and adjust
What?
it for some fucking reason.
What?
I can't. It keeps just resetting stuff I'm putting in. I'm trying to sort my dark vision, but it keeps resetting.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's just me. I was looking on your sheet because you told me to look into it. Apologies.
Oh yeah. I thought it was an issue with 420.
No. It's me being like, okay, this feature works. This seems to work, and you're like, why doesn't it save? Okay, there it is. Now that works. That's good. Also, 8 damage, respectable at level 1.
How much is Dungeoneer spell?
Yeah, I have a +4 to intelligence.
I did not hear any of that. Silver, what did you say?
How much is Dungeoneer's pack?
Let me check.
And also, do I need to add every item's... Well, I can add every item individually because I like having it that way. Where do I check their weight, though?
So,
It'll be done automatically, right?
No,
so
I can't.
a dungeon.
Oh wait, no, actually, yeah, I could drag and drop it because I.
Yes, if you have 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
2014.
50. It is 55 pounds of weight,
Okay.
and it does.
You might be
cost
better just
12
taking
gold.
the bits of the pack that you actually like and ignoring the rest, and like buying them individually.
But for some
will-
reason, the Entertainer's pack is 58.5 pounds.
Mhm.
The instrument.
I will say, you will need a backpack at the very least to carry shit.
I got one of those.
And also
Good. I
a
have in
water
fact bought
skin.
one.
I played first edition shit.
Yep.
Jason in the back is like, "This is first edition. I did not sign up for first edition."
Ow.
But yes, this is fine.
I should probably buy a dagger or something.
Okay.
If it doesn't over encumber me.
Inventory. I have 105 gold.
That's good.
I can
If there
buy 5 Doritos.
If there is one thing that is still canonically accessible in most parts of the world, is 1 or 2 healing potions. So Vogler will give you access to a couple of merchants. Particularly, there's a marketplace that you can buy shit at. Magic items are rare, but you can still find a couple of magical trinkets of wondrous variety.
Jen,
Healing
how do I
potions
see
is one.
price of things?
How do you see what?
The price of things.
If you search for something in the compendium, and then you click on it,
Well,
it should show up.
Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't, and then Google is your friend.
If you
Okay.
cannot find something, let me know and I'll look for you.
Backpack.
If you cannot find something, I will look for you.
Yeah.
Why
If
don't
you
the,
cannot find...
I hate it that, like, we can see, like, if you search for, like, packs, but it doesn't list the items or how much they weigh or how much it costs.
do you want the items within the Dungeoneers pack?
Yeah, and I would also like their way.
Absolutely. So a Dungeoneer pack contains a backpack, caltrops, a crowbar, 2 flasks of oil, 10 days of rations, rope, tinderbox, 10 torches, and a water skin. What do you want from all of that?
I mean, I can buy the whole pack,
Yes.
I suppose.
Once you buy it and add it into your character sheet, the item should also be added into the backpack.
Yes, but
Of
I
the
don't
pack.
see it as 2014 version, so I can't just drag and drop it.
Right. So you're gonna need to make an item called backpack into your character sheet, which will weigh.
Well, there's a backpack there.
5 pounds for just a plain backpack.
Yeah.
Entertainer's pack, 40 gold. I think that's a good purchase.
A backpack is weighing 5 gold pieces.
Yes.
Sorry, 5 pounds.
I do have it in there.
So what's inside? I will copy paste it in the. Hold on it.
Thank you. What is a culture?
All of it.
Dog, the
It's like
fact
a little
that my
sneaky
gold it weighs 4.1 pounds right now is so concerning.
65.
Caltrops are little like spiky things that you throw out and like en masse to like cover a ground of like and like make it difficult terrain, and so they stand on them.
Yes.
Ah.
What's up? Yep.
I can't find the spell book. I don't know how much it is.
I'll find
Alright.
it. I've got the thing open.
I think you start with one, so you're not gonna have to deal with it.
I thought we didn't start with anything.
Yeah, buy it.
Yeah, let me see how much it's worth.
Oh, maybe I don't have it. Hang on.
I was only able to find the enduring spell book, and and that's definitely not right.
It costs 50 gold.
50.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's expensive to be a wizard. You've got to pay taxes and like insurance and malpractice and stuff like that.
Only the peasants pay taxes. That's why the IRS are after me.
We literally had that thing earlier on of like, if you're a magic user in this thing, you're probably part of these 2 factions, or you're a criminal.
How much does the spell book weigh?
Alright, I could
so-
spend.
A spellbook is weighing 5 pounds.
5,000 pounds. Got it.
5 pounds.
5,000.
How much gold is a backpack again?
50.
I think it's like 2 gold for a backpack.
Let me check.
Because I could spend all but 5 of my gold to get splint armor.
And then carry nothing on you? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a bad idea.
I'm an
just to be
improvised
clear.
weapon master.
Okay, but where are you going to sleep? How are you going to carry water? Where are you getting
well,
your
like,
food
how
from?
much does how much does like a bush cost? And a water skin can't be more than like a gold piece.
No, you're right. It's probably like I think it is in fact a gold piece for a water skin. I'm just
A water skin is £5,
that's
and 2 silver pieces.
Okay, there you go.
What about a bed?
A bedroll is £7 and 1 gold piece.
Gucci! Actually, what's the adventure? There's like an adventure pack, right?
If you get the Explorer's pack, it's got a backpack, a bedroll, 2 flasks of oil, 10 days of rations, rope, a tinderbox, 10 torches, and a water skin. That's 10 gold pieces. 55.
I have a costume. My character is going to be dressed like a clown, but they're a wizard.
Yes.
That's your disguise. Cool.
Can
Yeah.
anyone spot me 5 gold?
Let me finish
yes,
my character, and then maybe.
I'm almost.
Jen, do you have any suggestions of something that might be useful? I literally do not know what to choose. I have 15 gold left.
You can just keep the 15 gold. Save it.
Can I buy acid?
That's 25 gold.
Oh, it's not even the good acid. Never mind.
Yeah, because with this dex, the only thing I can really afford to wear is heavy armor.
What is it you need anyway? 5 gold for?
I can afford it. It's just if somebody has like 5 gold to spot me, I can just buy an adventurer's pack and fucking call it good instead of having to like do a bunch of extra math.
I think I'll be able to help you out, but
How long
Let me
is
finish.
the rope in Dungeoneer's pack?
Usually 50 feet.
50 feet traditionally.
Okay. And I love adding items manually and also their weight and quantity.
How much is this? I'm going to buy a healer's kit.
That's a good idea.
Healer's
You know-
kit is 5 gold for the healer's kit. Are you proficient in it?
Doesn't say anything. Do I have to be proficient in it?
I think you've got to be proficient in it.
Apologies for that. I'm back.
Hello. Do you need to be proficient in the healer's kit to use it?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because it just, like, when I'm looking at it, it just says a healer's kit has 10 uses. As a utilize action, you can expend one of its uses to stabilize an unconscious creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a wisdom medicine check.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I think you can buy a healer's kit and just use it like that. I'm thinking of probably a herbalism kit, which you do need to be proficient in.
You need the proficiency to be able to do stuff with the kit, like...
I just want it to be able to heal people.
Then yeah, you can just pick it up
whatever.
for 5 gold then and just use it. That's fine.
Yeah, because I think it might end up being useful.
It only stabilizes unconscious people, so it's not like it doesn't gain hit points or anything like that.
Yeah, that's the healer feat.
Maybe it's better not to go with that though.
I mean, if you plan on taking the healer feat, it's really good.
I'm a wizard.
I know that, pal. I know that.
Jen, how much is common clothes?
Sure thing.
2 gold, 4 pounds.
Thank you.
What is it?
That's
£2
damn,
You
yeah.
gave me.
for like, okay, but I only need shirts. Can I get a discount?
Actually, I was gonna say, question. How does that convert to centaur size?
That is, every piece of clothing is for your people.
Yeah, there are enough
So
centaurs
cute.
around. I think you probably have some kind of loincloth, unless you're just like swinging dong the whole time.
Well, I don't have a
No.
dog, so.
That's
Okay, but like you know what I mean. You need to be modest down there.
Unless you're flying free, I guess.
Reballing.
No. This campaign's gonna be cursed.
I mean, I'm because I'm an entertainer. I think it's hilarious that if I'm just dressed as a clown.
That's fine.
That's
You can.
He said with pain in his voice.
I mean, unironically, if your character fucking gets murdered as a clown, there will be humor in that. So yeah, go for it. Live your dream.
Oh, what else could I do to torture Jen? Wait, how much are ball bearings?
They are a gold for a bag of them.
If you
They
really
weigh
want to
2 pounds.
torture me, live with your character and be annoying as annoying as possible. That's
See,
the best thing you can hope for.
This is why I'm like intent on keeping this little like rat bastard alive as long as possible. Defying the gods.
I am God. I am so fucking sad.
Jen, what would you do if I bought 15 bags of ball bearings?
I would do nothing, actually.
I'll do that because I took a slingshot and I might need some ammo.
You can buy 15 bags of ball bearings, or alternatively...
Guys,
you can
don't
buy
worry about ball bearings. I can make those when we rest.
We've got that on lock. Was it Jason? Is that the right name? Person who wanted 5 gold.
No, that's Malachi.
Malachi.
Just bounce a little earlier.
No, I was just saying,
need
yeah, if
5
you
gold?
could... Oh, wait, Jen, I guess we should preface this, Jen, because you weren't there for that. Is it cool if somebody spots me 5 gold?
You can exchange gold between one another if you want. That's fine.
I was gonna say, like,
I'll give you 5 gold. I'm fucking rolling in it.
Okay, yeah, so in that case, I will remove all of my gold. I now have splint armor and an explorer's pack, and I am ready to go.
All right.
I need a flute. Because without it, I cannot give you guys inspiration.
How much is a
You
healing
can do so with
potion?
your beautiful...
1 healing potion is traditionally 50 gold,
Damn.
which it is, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Never mind.
I could get one
This one.
healing potion.
It's 2 gold. I can do this.
I will say I do have healing spells, so...
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I
but
have
we
a
can't be
flute.
throwing those out willy-nilly, because then
Completely
people
forgot
might try to
about that.
kill us for it.
So, I should say, 2024 does have a rule about potions. Consuming a potion is a bonus action. Giving it to another creature is a bonus action.
That's fine.
How much
Which is
are
both bonus
potions? They're
actions.
like
Gold.
50 gold, aren't they?
Yeah, 50 gold each.
Mm-hmm. They're
Yeah.
very nice.
Can I haggle from 50 gold to 13?
No.
Damn.
Hardcore
Can I-
title pops up.
I was saying,
Can
how much
I
gold did you
do
have to
some-
start with?
Can I do some basking to get some money?
Yeah, what-
Not
how-
in session 0.
yeah,
Can I
Dark, how much
convert
gold did you
some
have to
of
start
my-
with? 'Cause your background should give you a decent amount, right?
What the
I
hell?
started with 105.
much
With
do you
the
have now?
background?
It comes down hard on
Yeah.
buskers.
Have you... I mean, wizards need the money to buy their very expensive shit,
Yeah.
including
Is
spell
that the starting
components.
amount for...
Yeah, I
Jen,
get 55 from wizard, 50 from entertainment. Shut up.
Can I change my gold into platinum if it's starting gold to make it way less? Thank you.
Yes. Which
just
is
gonna hold on
great,
to mine.
because if you get pickpocketed, you're losing platinum.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, but I'd rather be carrying fewer coins on me rather than having like a big jangling bag of them.
Can I have a tungsten coin?
A what?
That probably is an
Tungsten
electrum
coin.
coin, probably.
It's gonna add 50 pounds to your pack, so be careful.
Yeah, tungsten.
want-
It's really dense.
You wanna use Electrum?
Yeah, I want to use electrum. Hang on.
No.
Okay.
I've
Oh,
got
tungsten armor and it'll
0.0001% of an electrum.
26 electrum. I'm gonna change my gold to electrum. You're welcome, Jen.
We don't take.
All
that
right,
here.
guys.
You're gonna get that a lot.
Okay, because Jason does have to go, I'll say, if you have done the majority of your character building so
Pretty
far,
much done, yeah.
so
Yeah, I
let's
think I'm
end
done.
it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
end
Oh,
it
I will
with lore.
preface, I did decide on the appearance. I am a 2.5 foot tall albino.
Ooh,
Wonderful.
I still have it.
So bright pink eyes, pasty skin, white hair. Oh, sorry, no hair. I decided to go bald.
You're bald? Okay. Foul. Very well.
Lore, though.
Lord.
Well, he's got to be bald, so the
Alright,
psychic
are
powers
we-
aren't interfered with.
This is us
Yeah.
for today. Next
No,
week-
it's not. Silver, lore.
Goodbye.
Have you forgotten what I just said? What are you doing?
Where's the blacksmith?
I am not wasting the next session to do the introduction of the basic shit. So let's do Volker a little bit. To understand what the fuck you're dropping. So, you know what? I should probably put this into a different song for this bit. There we go. Darkmouse, I can hear that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, to start with, this is a prelude to war. The Dragon Queen's conquest of Ansalon has begun. The eastern half of the continent has already fallen, and the dragon armies have tested the forces of Solamnia in fractious lands. Now it turns its attention to the west, and to the nation of Solamnia, known as the home of knights and heroes. This is the beginning of the Dragonlance War. Your adventure begins in the small village of Vogler, in the province of Hinterland. It is home to humans, Kender, and hill dwarves, and it stands as the last stop on the road to nowhere. To the village's north, scattered woods and shady brooks give way to deadly badlands known as the Northern Waste. Across the Vingard River, to the south stretches a land of grim legends and opportunity, the province of Nightland, whose nearby port of Kalaman welcomes travelers from long-forgotten lands. Vogler's people know little of the evil afoot in the world, and so do your characters. On the day that you do arrive, there are two things that concern the people of Vogler. Kicking off the annual Kingfisher Festival, a fishing competition, and putting to rest a local hero. For your characters, why this matters, is there are some hooks that you can consider to engage with the story with that will make it easier for your character to enter the narrative, so to speak. First things first, we need to talk about the fallen hero that Vogler is putting to rest. And a man by the name of Inspin Greenshield, who, by all accounts, is a legend. He has traveled the world and lived a life of adventure that any adventurer would dream to experience. From the most high of high tables in Solamnian high society to the very depths of the blood sea of Ishtar. His death has been recent, and his burial is one of the biggest events in Vogler, which your character could know Inspin from. Perhaps you were an adventuring companion, either helping him in his adventure, or perhaps you adventured together for a common cause. Perhaps you were an acquaintance, perhaps you were a long friend. Nevertheless, maybe your character is in Vogler to meet with Inspin, only to find out that he has been dead. Or maybe you are there specifically to mourn him. As for the Kingfisher Festival, well, it is renowned. People from all over the province come to try their luck at catching big and tasty fishes from the river, rumored to house a legendary fish of supreme quality. The diamond in the eye of any would-be fisherman and entrepreneur. Perhaps your character is in the fishing village to partake in the many delicacies that are going to be present during the festival. Perhaps to make connections with the people who are going there, both merchants and high society noblemen. Or maybe you are there simply to fish, either to win the competition or for the joy of it. Perhaps your characters are travelers on the road, taking a momentary step into Vogler to avoid the hardships of the road, absolutely. Or maybe you are refugees running away from a conflict that you barely are aware of the depths of yourselves. Deciding why your character is in Vogler is one of your important first steps into this campaign, because it will define who you know in Vogler, or rather who you start with. Your characters could know one another if you choose to, or they could not. If you do know one another, I suggest telling one fact and one lie to any player who your character knows, in the form of a falsehood that your character believes about your character, and one truth that they know from getting to work together and travel together, maybe. Is it comprehensive so far?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wondrous.
Yep.
The greater narrative of the campaign of the Shadow of the Dragon Queen is a war against the dragon armies. Your characters are not going to be aware of the greater conflict, at least not to start with. Vogler is idyllic. It's a paradise away from battle. And the first couple of sessions are going to be about learn about the people of Vogler, who are going to be steadfast friends over this adventure, should you choose to make connection, as well as the terrible ramifications that war does have when it finally catches up to the people who are least expectant of it. It should take you all across the provinces of Solamnia to the very heart of the kingdom, as well as to the far-flung northern wastes, or perhaps even to the heart of the dangerous territory ruled by the dragon armies. Nevertheless, this adventure does feature themes of betrayal, of uncertainty, of war, of conflict. So if you feel prepared, I welcome you to the narrative of the Shadow of the Dragon Queen campaign.
Yippee!
Ready to die, Jen.
We who are about to die salute you.
Speak for
Excellent.
yourselves. I'm here to live.
Fantastic. Choose one hook from the ones I have mentioned for your character to be in Vogler. One last thing. Your character needs to want to work with the adventuring group. I do not care how you rationalize it. They need to want to work together, at the very least at the beginning. Like, living Vogler, if you do, I'm going to have to ask you to wait until the next chapter to make a new character.
So don't die in the first 10 minutes.
No,
You mind just like, jotting down
from the plot.
Do you mind
Voluntarily
jotting
leaving
down a
from the
list
plot.
of the hooks?
Yeah.
Yes, the list books. So,
Jen,
yeah?
once we're done this, I might need some extra help.
No worries.
I think I have my hook, but I'm gonna puzzle over if I know any of you from somewhere before, in between now and the next session.
What's your character again, Graf? You're playing, you're not playing the gnome is, Steph.
No,
There's two gnomes.
I'm the Kender, which is a halfling.
Oh, yeah, you're the knight, that's right. And I'm not a gnome, I'm just a very small human.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I couldn't help but notice you're also a small, short, pale person. Would you like to know each other?
No, I would not.
But we don't all know each other, all right?
No, I was to say we should know each other because, my lie to you would be, I too am a gnome.
I appreciate that, but no, I think my character is very much new to town and not a social person yet. So they don't know anybody. I don't think so.
That's okay, because I spent all my gold on an adventurer's pack or an explorer's pack, and my armor. So while I am proficient in a lot of tools, I don't own any of them, and I think that's going to be my in. Is I'm looking to get some money to to buy back the tools that I pawned.
Bye-bye, Jason.
See ya, Jason.
Bye-bye, Jason.
See you, Jason.
We are ending in a moment. There is one more thing I should mention, and these are unique to specific characters. Sorcerers, wizards, and warlocks. Your goal in the future of this campaign could be to become a wizard of high sorcery, to martial characters, to become a knight of Solamnia, respectively. This is not something that is required, but it does grant benefits in the long run, if you wish to build your character in such a capacity. But yes, Jason, you may go. That is the important bit. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Jason didn't need that part. He's already halfway there.
I know, he was very lucky, actually.
I'm gonna put this out there. My character is there straight for fishing, but she's also super, like, outgoing and will talk to people if they want.
Don't worry,
I'm
Silver.
not
I
sure.
took proficiency in animal handling just for you.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you so hard.
My kind of idea is that Higgins was traveling with his, like, part of a traveling circus sort of thing, and then somehow he got left behind because his dementia came up, and he forgot to go with them.
Fantastic. You have been left behind for a good 3 months then in Vogler.
Yeah, I like to think he's
Yeah.
kind of just been like sitting around, just like, they'll come back for me.
Yeah, they'll come back.
Yeah.
And the festival does provide an opportunity to practice your skills.
Yeah.
I will say I completely forgot to buy tools, so I will not be able to craft anything for a little bit until I get enough money to buy some.
Nice.
But I'm going to work that in as I've got to buy back the tools that I pawned.
Shit, I needed those. Why did I press so?
I would say my character is a refugee who has like blown into town by themselves and immediately started like sleeping on the streets as just like surviving. That's what they've known all their whole lives. And then they saw the Kingfisher tournament and they're like, okay, that's a way to make money.
That's a way to get food.
Yeah.
I think maybe, Jen, can you send me the info on Inspin?
Yes,
I think maybe hearing that he died and being like, oh shit, he might have left me something in his will. I should go check out. Check it.
Then you are a friend of Itspin's.
Yeah.
Understood. I will type this also in our collective chat.
Yes.
Do you want
Yeah, once
to
you have
say-
chosen it, drop it in the Discord. So
Yeah,
we
do we
can-
want to say anything more to the chat, or should we call it here and we can finish our characters off stream?
I think we can call it here.
Alright.
Because we're practically done with session 0. Next session, next week, session 1.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Yippee.
The beginning of a hopefully long adventure.
I'm gonna last 5 seconds. I'm gonna trip and break my skull open and die.
It's just gonna be me and Jason around looking at all of the corpses being like, oh man, really didn't see that coming.
You say that.
I like to think that like everyone is just healthy until you meet Higgins, and then you just all get diseased, which is why everyone's con is so low.
Sorry. Could you, real quick, what's your Constitution score again?
I think yours is lower than mine, but mine is.
Yes.
So either we both have the disease. There we go.
I don't know if I have a disease. I feel like I was just like you know how like a premature kid is just like very small and frail. It's like that, but my whole life.
You're like
Yeah.
pre-super soldier serum Captain America.
Steve Rogers, absolutely. That's what I'm like.
This
Like
has
that,
been-
but I'm also
okay,
like
okay,
old.
Guys, this has been us. I'm gonna end the stream here.
Oh yeah. We should probably.
Yeah. See
Okay.
ya.
My
guys.
stream.